Hi, it's Phil Hendrie with another episode of the Phil Hendrie Podcast, episode 77, brought to you by Sherry's Berries. Hey, I don't know what you're thinking of getting people for Christmas. There may be some people that are very, very difficult to shop for. I know what I would want, and there's probably a woman in your life that would go nuts for this. The chocolate-covered strawberries from Sherry's Berries. I had a whole box of these. You know, I just got off of this diet that I was on, and I decided to break the diet in style, and these are really delicious strawberries. I love strawberries, and I happen to live here at the El Pacifico. We grow strawberries around here, man, like, it's a second, like some of you people grow, well. In any event, the strawberries are dipped in chocolate, and what more do I need to tell you? It's a beautiful thing, and Sherry's Berries has a box for you, or anybody that you choose this holiday season, okay? Go to berries.com. Let me tell you how to do it. You go to berries.com, click on the mic, and type in the code, and the code is Hendrie. That's me, Hendrie. You guys can double the berries for just $10 more. That's right, my radio listeners can double those berries for $10 more. So don't forget to check off anyone on your list. It's perfect for neighbors, for friends, for clients, for coworkers, anybody that has a sweet tooth, anybody that loves strawberries dipped in chocolate. Like, is there anybody that doesn't? So to access this special $19.99 Sherry's Berries offer, call 866-FRUIT-02, or even better, visit berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. You click on the microphone in the top right corner and you type in Hendrie, Hendrie. Go to berries.com, click on the microphone and type in Hendrie. Order now. The offer expires Friday at midnight. Sherry's Berries. Do it. Do it for one you love. Do it for yourself. Do it for me, man. Sherry's Berries. All right. Now it's time for our special episode 77 of the Phil Hendrie Podcast. I got to tell you something. This is a bona fide classic, man. This thing is a killer. It's Herb Sewell when he gave us the entire backstory on Randall Toomey, when he gave us the whole botany fixation of Walter Bellhaven. Yes, it's Herb Sewell who is doing consumer research in malls, but there's only one way he can do that. That's in disguise, since obviously he was in prison for child molestation. So why not disguise himself as Santa Claus? Herb Sewell, episode 77 of the Phil Hendrie Podcast.
Now, I would put it to you that I think it is very important, that you take this into consideration.
All right, I'm talking with Herb Sewell. Mr. Sewell, it is no secret, as I mentioned, Herb, you were incarcerated for some 8 years in a psychiatric hospital, and that was in Atascadero, correct?
That is correct, Phil. That is the forensic hospital, Atascadero, yes. And
you were there for what crimes?
I was actually there for a variety of crimes, assault, basically sexual crimes relative to children.
All right, so you were incarcerated for child molestation, correct?
That is correct, yes.
All right, now, Herb, you have said in print that you believe there should be a, quote, statute of limitation. Give me this idea again.
It's not really a statute of limitation. I'm not trying to say that there should be a statute of limitations on crimes against children. And I do want to say, Phil, and not that you intentionally left this out, but I was incarcerated for 8 years. I was released, and I haven't reoffended.
No. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that you. No, you're right. You're out, and you are a productive member of society, but you still have to register in the areas that you live, and you still have to allow your background to be known, correct?
Well, that is the point that I'm trying to make with you. I think that the time has come, and I use the term, and it's a very crude term, but sometimes sometimes the most colloquial terms, are the ones that are the most concise, and I think that the time has come. That when it comes to the crime of sexual molestation, when it comes to child molestation, that once a man has entered the punitive system, the penal system of the United States prison or jail system, and has served his time, and then why do we continue to and I use the term break his balls. I don't mean to,
well, let's just say harass or whatever you want to say. But the point is,
all right, harass is a very good term.
But the point is, you don't want to have to register. Is that it?
Now, I'll tell you what I'm doing right now, Phil. I'm writing a book, and the book is about consumers. As you know, I'm working with a couple of think tanks on consumer habits, and I'm working in conjunction with the Consumer Watchdog think tank, which is the McCummins Foundation.
Right.
Now, in order for me to look at consumers, I've got to be around consumers. And yet, if I'm around consumers, my face has been on so many websites relative to child molestation and pedophilia, that I literally have to work in a disguise. And that's where I got my idea.
Yeah, but what you're doing is you're working in a Santa Claus costume. Is that right?
I'm working as a Santa Claus. That's correct, yes.
That's the costume?
It's the only way that I can get inside of a mall and watch consumer habits. Now, you can say what you want. I am telling you, yes, of course it's dangerous to have child molesters around children in every conceivable way. But the point that I'm making here is there is a time when we have to say enough's enough. I've got a job to do. Why are you breaking my balls on this thing? And I'm sorry to have to say that. And so that's when I took the job.
All right. This is a very important area. People don't want to fool around with the safety of their kids. You're doing a book on consumer trends. I understand that. Why it is that you have to take a job as a Santa Claus in a mall.
Phil, I told you why. And the reason is very, very...
No, but see, here's the thing. If you are taking a job in a mall as a Santa Claus, and you're working, watching consumers, you have to give a background check, don't you?
I have to...
I mean, don't they do a background check?
No, they do not.
They don't do a background check in the mall that you work at?
No, they do not. And I can tell you right now, Phil, I'm grateful for that, because if they hadn't done a background check, and they didn't hire me as a Santa Claus, then I would not be able to get into this mall and do the kind of surveillance on consumer habits that I wanted to do. You understand what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately, people can't let go. It's been 10 years. The reason why they can't let go is so many of them are such bad parents that they have to find someone else to blame.
All right, man. That to me, that
is absolutely the truth. So many of these people have such bad parents, they have to find someone else to blame. And so they have to humiliate me, and, and I've got to hide in a Santa Claus outfit.
Talking here with Herb Sewell, and we're talking here about his job as a Santa Claus in a mall. I'll tell you something. You're making a point when you say that you need to work.
Absolutely.
And you're making a point when you say that you get recognized if you're on a child molestation website.
That's correct.
But you lose me when you say, why are you still, quote, breaking my balls over this thing? It's been 10 years since I've been out. Look at Herb.
Where am I losing you?
Look, here's where you're losing me. This is a crime that most parents are going to tell you. It doesn't matter if 20 years pass, 30 years pass, 40 years pass. They don't ever want to have their kids around somebody who has a background like yours.
And I couldn't agree more, Phil.
All right, then what are you saying?
What I'm saying is this. There comes a time when a man has to make a living. And I've got to be able to make a living. I've just got to be able to make a living. And if the only way I can make a living is dressed as a Santa Claus so I can observe consumer habits, and I recognize that I am a child molester, or I was. I'm not anymore.
Well, which is it?
I used to be. I'm not anymore. Then I'm sorry. And I wish I could tell the mall that I work at my background, but if I did, I'd be fired. And the only way I could do this book, is by getting into a Santa costume and having children sit on my lap.
And you were in prison for 8 years as a child molester.
That's right. Read it and weep.
Read it and weep.
The Phil Hendrie Show, Out of Bounds.
That's what you said. Some of them are such bad parents that they've got to find somebody else to blame. That sounds something that's intentionally explosive. Sounds like something that's intentionally explosive, so that you can kind of take the heat off of yourself.
Well, Phil, I don't mean it to be intentionally explosive, but the fact is this. I was inside Tascadero for 8 years, and I went in a guilty man. I came out an innocent man. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. I went in fully guilty of crimes of violence against some 150 children. That's nothing to sneeze at, and so... And
I don't know what you find funny.
Well, it's nervous laughter. Believe me, I don't think it's funny at all. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: that when I came out, and my job was now in consumer affairs, rating different kinds of laundry detergents and so on and so forth, I need to get close to that. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but it sounds to Pat Herb taking a job as a Santa Claus in a mall at Christmas time, and oh yeah, I happen to be a former child molester, okay?
Well, Phil, can you tell me what other job I'm supposed to take where people aren't going to recognize me from 50 million pedophilia websites? Do you know that I'm probably better known, and I mean this very sincerely. My face is probably on more websites than that huge, I forget the name of the huge woman. What is her name again? The big one.
Anna Nicole Smith?
Anna Nicole Smith. Forgive my graphic. Well, I bet you my face is on more websites than her ass. And I mean that. And I am sorry to have to put it that way. But that's what I'm saying. And so, because of that, I've got to put on a beard and a red hat. And I find it humiliating.
You find it humiliating?
I find it humiliating, yes.
You'd rather not be doing it?
No, I'd rather not be doing it. I'd rather be sitting there. Oh, I don't mind it. I think, you see, you seem to think that because I was a child molester, I'm supposed to now hate children. And I do to some degree, yes, I do hate children for what they did to me. But
well, what does that mean?
Well, because of the crimes that I went to prison for, I take responsibility for it. But if there hadn't been such a thing as kids, then I never would have done it. You see? So now I've got a job in advertising, an opportunity to do a book. I have to begin to do some research on consumer habits. I go into a mall, I get a job as a Santa Claus, and now everyone wants to break my castanets on that one.
Herb Sewell is with us on his former days as a child molester, now working for a think tank on consumer research, taking a job in a mall as a Santa Claus.
I'd just like to ask him if he really believes that the public is so stupid that any of these listeners are going to believe that you are in a Santa Claus suit at a mall for consumer research.
Well, ma'am, I don't really care. I don't care what you believe. I know what the truth is. Now, if you believe in truth, you'll believe me. If you want to go along with your fantasies about what child molesters are supposedly all about, then I guess you'll go along with the mob. But
I'll tell you what child molesters are all about.
I would submit to you that mob, thinking like a mob, thinking as a member of a mob, is a very dangerous thing to do.
Jesus. Go ahead, ma'am.
I'll tell you what child molesters are about, and they're about pure evil. They do not change. They cannot be rehabilitated.
Well, ma'am, are you a former molester?
No, I'm not.
Well, then how do you know so much about it?
Okay, I'll ask you. I'd like your opinion.
Well, wait a minute. No. You're the one that was making statements. I'm asking you what your expertise is.
Okay, well, let me prove something.
No, you have to tell me what your expertise is.
You're an ex-child molester, correct? Not a current child molester.
You have to tell me what your expertise is. You made some statements, ma'am.
I'd like to ask you a question, and my point will be proven.
Well, ma'am, you made some statements that you need to prove before you have me prove them for you.
I am trying to, and I can prove it by asking you a question and your answer.
Well, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm not going to help you with your proof. You have to prove.
I don't need you to help me.
All right, then I won't answer any questions. You can just tell me what your expertise is.
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
Well, the lady says she's an expert, but she needs me to help her.
No, I didn't say that. I'm trying to tell you. I want to know if you are...
Wait, do you want to know something, or are you telling me something?
Just listen.
Hey, Herb, what?
Just shut up and listen. You're on the radio. You need to let someone else take a turn.
I'll listen, ma'am, but you need me to help you because you want me to answer a question for you.
Okay.
And you made a statement that I'm wondering how you made that statement if you don't have the expertise. If I could have a second
to explain myself without talking over you.
Let the lady say what she wants to say.
All right.
Okay. My point that I'm trying to prove is that these people do not change. They are child molesters. They are pedophiles for life.
All right, now prove it.
And I'd like to ask... Okay, I am. Listen. You say that you're not a current child molester.
I thought you said you didn't need my help.
Are you still a pedophile? Do
I
you
thought
still
you
have
said you
attraction
didn't. I thought
to
you
children?
said you didn't need my help.
Do you still have attraction to children?
I thought you said you didn't need my help. That you were going to make
Answer
the
the
statement.
question. If you're not, then that's...
Well,
that's
then, Kristen, you have no information on the subject because you keep having to ask me questions to
You're
prove
right.
your points.
You're right.
And
you have information.
No,
you have
then-
information on this, and
then-
I want to know if you're going to be honest
Well,
or
hold
not.
on, hold on,
Are
hold
you
on.
still attracted to children?
I'm getting
Or
very.
are you rehabilitated?
I'm getting
you
very
are not rehabilitated,
I'm
are
getting
you?
very attracted to you. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, of course you are.
I am. I'm getting very attracted.
You know what?
to
You're not, because I'm not under 12.
Because no, here's why. I'd love to cuff you around a little bit.
Oh, boy. That right there says a lot.
What?
You want to cuff her around.
She's starting to tighten my jaws.
Well, that's fine, but you need to answer the question. Are you a current pedophile, meaning are you attracted to children still, or are you rehabilitated?
How old are you?
Are you attracted to normal-aged women now? Or men, whatever.
How old are you?
It doesn't matter. What
yes,
does
it
that
does
have to do
because
with
I'm
it?
attracted.
Answer the question.
I'm attracted to you. So if you're a child, then yes, I am still attracted to children.
It's not
Are
an
you
answer.
being cute?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
being cute.
My point is,
I'd like
for
to
anybody
slap
who
her
cares
around.
to listen, obviously he doesn't care to listen, but any of the listeners do.
Oh, here we go. Kristen's
They
now
are
going to show us
not.
what an expert she is on the subject.
They are not they're not able to be rehabilitated. These men don't change.
I see.
They continue to be attracted to
and how do
children.
how do you know
they
that,
should be locked
Kristen?
up for life.
How do you know that,
Locked
Kristen?
up for life and never let out.
Well, that's
it
what
is
she
the
learned on the
only
Oprah Winfrey show.
unforgivable
Oh,
crime
come on. Will you just
that
hold
I
on?
could think of. It's the only unforgivable crime that I think people should never be
Well,
allowed
I don't know if the lady is speaking as a former perpetrator or whether she was a victim or a perpetrator. I don't know what she's.
I was neither
where
a
she's getting her.
perpetrator
Well, where are you?
nor a victim.
Where are you getting your information then? The
I
Oprah
was
Winfrey
neither-
show, or
I was neither a victim nor a perpetrator.
well, where are you getting your information then, please?
Well, I'm getting it from child molesters. Obviously, if you
You
can't tell me
hang out
you're
with a
not
lot of child molesters. Is that it?
Obviously, if a child molester cannot tell me, as you right now, that you are not attracted to children, that's my point.
Well, then
right
I
there.
want to know, do you take it from your husband with a plunger handle? Now, if you can't tell me, I'm going to assume that you do.
All right, that is enough. That's enough.
No, if she won't tell me, I'm going to assume that she does.
This guy's an idiot, and it's not even a point that should be discussed because
Ma'am, I'm going to ask
It's
you once.
obvious.
I'm going to ask you one final
but you
time.
can't even answer the question.
How old are you? Because I'm very attracted to you.
You know, you said that you wanted to slap her around.
Yes, I do. That doesn't mean I don't like her.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's got nothing to do with the
I
point
want to know
of
if
this
that
radio
turns you
show,
on.
does it?
I want to know if it turns you on.
No, absolutely not.
Being cuffed around?
Absolutely not. I'm not going to get into this.
Man,
it's
but I love
ridiculous.
that. Oh, man.
But what turns you on is the question, and it's children, and you know it.
No, you.
Yeah.
You.
I'm sure it is. I'm sorry, I'm a
is.
little too old for you.
No,
I have
you
actual
turn me
formed
on.
breasts.
You have
No.
you have fake breasts?
No, I have actual formed breasts. I'm too
I
old
like
for
that.
you.
I like that.
I'm
I don't
too
like
old.
plastic ones.
No.
Well, Herb, what's your point?
I'm telling you, my point is I'm
slut-fisted
attracted to
women who
her.
are not- you like women who have no breasts, who are too young to even
Wait a minute.
be
You
considered
said women who have no breasts. Does that mean I'm into women who've had mastectomies?
Women who are not old enough to form breasts.
Well, then
and
they're
you
not
know it.
women, are they? They're children.
And
Is
you're
that
not a-
right?
Yes.
Oh, then why do you call them women?
I just said not old enough to be called
You know,
women.
Kristen,
if
you
would
are-
shut your mouth,
Kristen,
you would hear
you
what
are a
I'm
little
saying,
too
but you're not
easy.
interested.
Hold on for
No, she's a little easy. You know what I'd like to
No.
do with her? I'd like to bend her over my knee and give her a good hard slap. I bet you
Yeah.
that'd put a smile on her face.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Keep talking. You just show what an idiot you are. You can't even answer the question if
Well,
you're
what-
still attracted to children
This
or
is
not.
still Hendrie, Kristen. What exactly your question is he still attracted to children?
Yeah, just answer it.
Am
Are
I
you
still attracted
a
to children?
pedophile? Yes.
Actually, no, I hate children.
Do you still have a sexual attraction
No,
for them?
no, I
Do you
hate
have
them.
Do you have a sexual attraction?
Well, you keep
to
saying.
normal age
Do
people?
you have a sexual attraction? Because you seem to be obsessed with this.
No, I do
Well,
not.
I answered your question, but I do have a very strong sexual attraction. I am very sexually attracted to you.
Good. And
I'd like to. And the way I would express that is by shoving you out of a moving car.
That's great.
Okay,
No, I would. That's what I do with my first wife. You know that.
yes, I do know that. You went to prison for that.
Well, I'd like to do it to her.
Anybody who cares to listen, this guy is full of, you know what?
Right, Kristen, they're going to take your word for it.
Yeah.
Because you're so
Yeah,
educated
they're going
on
to
the
take
subject.
your word for it because you're a freaking child molester. You're a real
Yeah,
stand-up guy, aren't you?
Well, they just heard you say you'd like me to slap you on the rear end with the bare of my hands, so what do
I
they
don't
think?
know
What are they
what-
going to think of you?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
No, they just heard her say that she would be turned on by that.
yeah, I'm sure they did.
Yes, they did.
Ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to
You
announce
can't
to you
even
that
answer a
Kristen told me she'd love it if
You
I
can't
hit
even
her bare
answer the
rear end with my
question.
hand until it was bright red, apple red.
I don't think anybody's
Oh,
interested
man.
in hearing that. I think the topic
Herb,
is
the point
men
is
getting
what?
let out of prison to molest children again. It's not about whatever you're trying to make it about.
The point is,
Jesus.
Phil, that I would love to make passionate love to Kristen and then throw her from a moving car.
Why did you even call this? Why are you even on this radio show if you don't want to talk about the thing that the radio show's about?
I wanted to talk about it, but when I heard your voice, I became aroused. And when I get aroused, I get very focused. And when I become
Well, why don't
focused,
you hang up the phone then and get off the radio show, because that's not what it's about.
I will if you'll give me your address.
All right. Kristen, my apologies. Apparently, Mr. Sewell is having fun.
I'm not having fun. I'm aroused by her.
Okay.
All right. Kristen, thank you very much.
Okay, that's right. Blow me off.
Phil Hendrie Show.
The Phil Hendrie Show. FUBAR.
Well, Herb, you're not going to get too many people sympathetic to the fact that you have to buy your own Santa Claus suit for this job. 8 years inside of a psychiatric... You were just in prison. You were in a psychiatric hospital. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And you were in a psychiatric hospital because the courts thought that you were criminally insane.
That is correct. That is correct. Yes. I did not murder anyone. I did not murder anyone. I want that to be eminently clear, Because I can tell you when I was in the Tascadero, I met a few men who did murder, and they murdered everything. What is the movie that I've seen? I forget the name of the movie, but he says, I've killed about everything that walked or crawled at one time, And I ran into guys like that, But I wasn't one of them.
Well, I would suspect that you're not because you're out. But the point is, the crime that we're talking about is so serious.
It's very serious, Phil. But when is society going to stop breaking our castanets over this thing and allow me to make a living? I've got to put on a beard and a red hat and have these kids sit in my lap. Now, the very people that don't want me doing that are forcing me to do that because I've got my face on every pedophilia website. I can't go out into public and do this research that I need to do for my book, so I've got to go into disguise. And the disguise that I have to get into is a disguise where I have children sitting in my lap. How stupid can you be? I mean, it's enough to make you want to wet your pants, because at the end of the day, when my book is published, and I put on the dust jacket, oh, by the way, hi, I'm Herb Sewell, a convicted child molester, and I was able to conduct my research from my consumer awareness book by being a Santa Claus in a mall for Christmas, It's going to make a few people look like some horses' hind ends, if you know what I'm saying,
Well, I don't know who you're trying to make look bad.
I'm not trying to make anyone look bad, but it's going to make a few people look like the rear end of a horse.
All right, let me go over here to Travis. Travis, hi, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was going to ask your man there whether or not how long did you spend in prison?
I was not in prison. I was in a hospital.
You were in a hospital?
Yes.
Well, yeah, if you were in prison, you'd get your ass kicked about every day if at all possible.
Is that right?
Yes, it's right.
Well, you must know a lot about that.
I know quite a bit about that.
And how long were you? And how long were you in prison? And how long were you in prison for? And what were you in for?
I'll tell you another thing.
How long were you in prison for?
Why can't you get off of your little subject of the book? I mean, you can't write about anything else besides consumer awareness.
Let me see, Travis. You were in prison for what? Rape?
Pardon me.
You were in prison for pardon you? Oh, you mean the governor pardoned you?
What do you need me to do?
Wait a minute,
what do I have to do for you now?
I want to know
the way you work. For another thing, I will tell you. Hey.
For let's see, armed robbery?
No.
You were in prison for... I got it.
Eluding. Now, the other thing...
You were taking it where?
Where?
All right, look.
You don't have any kind of a prison record?
Wait a minute, you were running
Is that
from
right?
the police? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was.
Well, now, aren't you the big bad criminal?
No, I'm not. Matter of fact, I
was inside with some
I am
cold-blooded
also
killers.
rehabilitated.
As a matter of fact, one of my very dear friends, Walter Bellhaven, is inside for the murder of approximately 40 people.
Listen,
You're one of,
Sideshow Bob.
Why do you say he's one of your dear friends?
Well, he's a person that
Sideshow Bob.
Who, is he still talking?
You act just like Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons. You've seen it. Just like him. Delusion. For one, I don't know how in the hell you're out, man.
Well, Travis, I don't really watch cartoons the way you do. I do a lot of reading. And what I do know is your class of people, I believe, started out with calves or some kind of livestock. before you moved on to women.
As a matter of fact, we
All
probably
right.
did, but we kept you alive. Hey, I wanted to tell you that
Yeah,
you're
what did you want
absolutely...
to tell me, Travis?
You're a
That my
warrant,
car will be
man.
ready. My car will be ready tomorrow at 5.
No,
All
the
right,
other...
look.
I'm having fun with the boy.
All right, wait.
Hey, you know what? For one, you bought into my ploy anyway. Look at that.
I bought into your ploy anyway. Look at that.
Look
What,
at it.
What are you showing me?
You're sitting here arguing with me about nothing.
All you do about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
Well, I'm not really arguing about nothing other than the fact that I think you said you were in prison for eluding.
yeah, I was.
Well, good for
That's
you.
really... Is that even the point? Whether or not...
There is no point because we're arguing about nothing. Tell you what,
Right,
Travis,
but the
I
other
think you
thing I
might have
wanted
been
to ask you...
I think you might have been one of the kids I molested.
Do you have any probation?
Okay.
No,
Do you have any
Travis,
probation?
Did I see you in Sausalito at about 91?
All right.
Do you have any probation?
Not on me, but I can go to my car and get some.
All right.
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you hang up with the man? I was having fun with him.
I'm moving on to another call.
Well, see, right there, Phil, is the kind of guy. I swear to God, I think I knew him in another life.
You know, Herb, you making jokes about the kids that you molested is starting to piss me off a little bit.
Well, I don't want to piss you off, but I'm trying to make the point.
No, did I know you in about 1991?
I'm the guy that had to take a job at a...
Yeah, you had to take a job as a Santa Claus in a mall because you need to research your consumer awareness book. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you?
Well, I'm getting my balls broken over that.
Yeah, and would you not use that term, by the way? How long you going to break my you-know-whats for this? Let me tell you something, man. I don't know if there is a statute of limitations on child molestation. I don't think there is. They're busting guys for crimes they committed decades ago. So why should there be any calming of the public fear after you get out after 10 years?
Well, I can tell you that Walter Bellhaven...
Oh, Walter Bellhaven is a psycho.
You got that right.
Yeah. George, go ahead. You're on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Phil, I just wanted to make one comment.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This guy has molested over 100 children, and he's complaining because he's got to he's on all of the websites for pedophilia and molesting children, and he ruined 100 children's lives. Now, I don't have any sympathy for him at all.
Wait a
He
minute,
ought
how
to still
long
be.
but I just
You
want
ought
to
to
know
still be behind bars.
How long do I keep getting my castanets broken for this? I'm trying
Well,
to...
you wouldn't even be walking on the street if you had molested one of my children, man. I'll tell you what, you'd be pushing up daisies.
I'd be a gardener?
You wouldn't have got away with what you got away with.
Well, I didn't get away with it. I was put in a
You have
in a
got away with
psychiatric
it.
hospital.
You only spent 8 years. You
Well-
only spent 8 years locked up, and you should be still locked up for the rest of your damn life.
Well, look, Walter Bellhaven has been in there for 10, and he's killed over 50 people. So I don't understand the arithmetic.
Walter Bellhaven is never getting out, right?
That's correct.
All right, so he's in for the rest of his life.
But he's only been in for 10.
So what's the point?
The point is, if you look at it that way, he got away scot-free, too.
No, he didn't. He's never getting out, man. He's never getting out.
Look, at Walter Bellhaven killed 50 people, 10 of them men, with his bare hands. And you guys are breaking my balls.
Oh, come on, man. It's a crime against children. Jesus, I would think that almost we would admire you if you'd been a murderer of adults as opposed to molesting kids, like the man
This
said.
guy should have been executed years ago.
Wait a minute. I'm dead, and Walter Bellhaven is still conducting these Zen garden. Walter Bellhaven gives a talk on botany once a week in the day room, and he killed 50 people. Now, I asked this gentleman, what's his name?
George.
I ask you, George, is that justice?
Justice should be that this guy should have already been executed, and you should have your rear end still locked up in jail.
You mean Walter Bellhaven should be executed?
And I don't have any sympathy for you one bit.
Walter Bellhaven is a madman, a pure monster, and yet once a week he gives a talk on botany and Zen gardening in the day room.
Well,
Why?
that's what's wrong with our penal system right now, is that these judges are letting people like you out on the street and letting these people still breathe air when all the people they've killed are not allowed to even breathe again.
Say that again?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, say that again, what you just said.
I just said that that the justice system should not have allowed you back out on the street.
George,
and also the guy that you're talking about killed 50 people. He should have already been executed years ago.
All right, then let me ask you this. Randall Toomey rented a yacht out of Oahu. When they finally found the yacht, the French Coast Guard picked him up adrift off of Tahiti. He had cut up his entire family and was using parts of their body for bait. He'd already caught 2 large sea bass. Now,
well, this is sick. This is just
sick. Come on. What do you...
the point is...
You're sick, too.
Only
and this was sick.
He is, to this... Right now, he gives Tai Chi classes to some of the other inmates.
So what are you saying? Because these men were adjudicated, George, just for your information, as criminally insane. In other words,
I don't care what they if they were criminally insane. They still have taken the life, and they should.
I agree.
They
but,
should
what Walter,
suffer with giving up their life.
What Herb is saying is that he's somehow better than these guys. But the fact is, those nutcases, I mean, they're nuts.
Yeah, I agree
so they're nuts. All right, so they're nuts. Toomey, and I mean, he caught a pretty nice-looking sea bass with parts of his daughter. Now,
oh, come on, man!
Oh, you're sick, man. You're just as sick as you
I'm just saying it was a record for that part of the of Tahiti.
What was
the bass? I don't understand.
Do you understand that talking about a record sea bass catch in this context is? You know what? You ought to be back inside, Herb.
No, don't say that.
I'm saying it. You ought to be back inside if you don't get the difference between what we're talking about and it was a record catch.
It's 350 pounds.
Yeah, these liberal judges are letting people like that out on the street. They're letting the criminals that commit murder live and breathe air and enjoy life. Even if they're behind bars, they still get to watch television, they get to go to the library. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
What's wrong with a man improving his mind?
The guy, he freaking murdered his George, thank you very much for your call.
George, I understand what George is trying to say. I'm simply trying to say, I hope you'll read my book. It's on...
Oh, shut up. Thanks, George.
When he talks about liberal judges, is he talking about the guys that judge the bass tournament?
Yeah.
The Phil Hendrie Show. Shock and awe meets your radio dial.
I'm making the case that you don't understand when you bring up the fact that it was a record sea bass catch, and you forget the context.
No, I know the context, Phil. I know it very well. Toomey's a madman. He's a monster. He'll never be let out. Same as Bellhaven. He'll never be let out.
No, it sounds to me like you're just mouthing the words. This guy Toomey is a psycho. Freaking insurance executive from Stanislaus County. Takes his family to Hawaii on a vacation. Charters a yacht, missing at sea. 4 days later, the French Coast Guard pick him up off of Tahiti. The whole family is dead, cut up, and he's using them for bait.
Well, you pretty much know the whole story.
Yeah, I heard it from you. And the guy hasn't said a word since they picked him up in Oahu. Is that it?
When the Oahu sheriff picked him up, that's correct, yes.
I mean, do you understand what a madman this is?
Well, he's doing better.
Oh, well, I feel so much better for him. He's doing better.
Well, you have to understand, Phil, it is a hospital. I mean, in other words, inherent in the definitions to heal.
Really? I wonder if they can put the dead back together. Can they bring the dead back to life? I'd like to see them do that. Before they put a psycho like Toomey back on the street, or put Bellhaven back together again. Once a week, he gives a botany lecture in the day room.
It's very fascinating. I guess okay, so that's a war crime for saying that?
I don't care if it's fascinating. I could give a crap. Him and the Birdman of Alcatraz, all those whack jobs. I can't take a call because I've been running my big fat mouth and I had calls to go to.
Well, you said it. You were running your big fat mouth. You know.
Hold on. Phil Hendrie Show.
Taking talk radio to the next level.
With Herb Sewell, convicted child molester, now out and author on consumer affairs. Here is Paul. Paul, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show. Go ahead.
Hey guys. And I just can't believe what I'm hearing. To be completely honest, I do have a question. Now you guys said that when this guy applied for the position as a Santa Claus guy, they did background checks, correct?
No, they don't do a background check.
They don't do background
checks? No, sir, they do not. No.
So with a convicted child molester, there's someone out there, there's people out there that do. Well, first.
Well, wait a minute. I'm not allowed to get a job. Is that it?
Not as a Santa Claus, no.
Well, I'm doing research on consumer affairs, and I have to be in disguise.
I don't care if you're in disguise. If I was a young father, if I was a father, and I knew that my son or daughter was sitting on the lap of a pervert, of a child molester, of a convicted child molester, it would take me about 3 seconds to rip my son or daughter off their lap and just beat their face in. There's no...
I haven't done a thing. I'm sitting there in a Santa Claus costume. You come up and beat my face in. Do you realize you'd go to jail and I wouldn't?
To be honest, I don't care. If you can touch my son or daughter, you've given me the full right in my mind to take matters in my hand.
But you're the one who put him into my lap, so there'd be a lawsuit. So now you've beaten me up. I've sued you. Now I'm garnishing your wages for the rest of your life. Boy, that's a real big favor you did your kids.
So you're telling me that you can justify in any way?
I'm sorry? No, I'm simply saying if you came up to me and beat me up after putting your son or daughter in my lap...
well, wait a minute. The gentleman is saying this in an emotional way. The lawsuit should be against the mall.
For what? I'm sitting there trying to see consumers. Somebody put some brat in my lap.
Some brat, huh?
I didn't want it. By the way, Vernon Dozier's coming up.
I'll do it. Thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah.
Vernon Dozier's coming up.
So stick around.
Get out of here.
Phil Hendrie Show, #1 in afternoon drive in Los Angeles, #1, 25 to 54. Let me be specific now. The #1 show between 4 and 7 in afternoons in Los Angeles in the much vaunted The Money Demo, baby. 2554, #1 again in afternoon drive in LA, and of course across the country. We're creeping up on the competition as well, but we dominate yet again. Thank you, LA, and the rest of our network stations for being a part of the surprisingly fast success story of the Phil Hendrie Show. Our number is 1-800-449-8686, and we have with us here Dr. Jim Sadler, who is a dentist in Reseda. Now, this story is an interesting one. It came over the news wires yesterday afternoon. Dr. Sadler is accusing the Alliance of Small Business Concepts, which is a small business organization that gives out an annual award of a kind of reverse racism. And this has to do with a business award that they give out once a year for the best small business idea. Let's bring in Dr. Sadler from talking to us this afternoon from Reseda. And Dr. Sadler, first of all, thanks for joining our program.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to air my side.
And your side is what? That you were cheated out of this grant?
Yes. The Alliance of Small Business Concepts gives a annual award to the best business idea. And we had an idea which was revolutionary, and which not only was a great business idea in terms of how much money we would save people, but a great idea for people looking to expand and incorporate their health coverage. We have a lot of people who are...
All right, can I interrupt you?
Certainly, Phil.
All right. What's the reverse racism thing you're accusing?
The reverse racism thing is that the winner of the award was a Donald Barlow, who's a black guy. And I'm not a racist, and I'm not a bigot, and I don't believe in that. But this man had an idea that I think was not anywhere near as good as ours, and yet they gave him the victory because they needed to pump up small business and minority-owned businesses. And
well, before we ask you what your idea was, what was his?
Well, he had an idea for a spiral escalator which would save space. So he said it was not that great.
A spiral escalator that they would use in businesses?
Use in businesses or something, yeah. And they gave him the $50,000 grant. My idea, on the other hand, was one that would save people money. And incorporate many different forms of health care.
All right, you're a dentist. You practice in Reseda. Tell us about your practice and tell us about your idea, okay?
Well,
And in other words, what I'm saying is, give us the idea as it's what is your business idea? Okay.
Right. Well, I'm a dentist. We do my practice. We provide most dental care procedures, exams, cleanings, some orthodontics, some root canals and fillings. We have, from a family practice standpoint, obviously we have many men, women, and children who are patients. And I have been here in Reseda, Phil, for the last 20 years. Across the hall from my office is a women's clinic, and they provide breast exams and gynecological exams. And
now, the winning idea of this business idea was a spiral escalator.
That's correct.
All right, and what was yours?
Our idea was to combine our services into one. As I was saying, the women's clinic across the hall is getting quite a bit of business, and I felt we could combine services. My idea, which could save families up to $2,000 a year, is very unorthodox. But hear me out. Women who are scheduled for an extraction or oral surgery or any kind of a more profound dental exam could also receive a breast exam and a gynecological exam from our office, so that
while she is in the chair having a tooth pulled, for example,
she could also be getting a gynecological exam or a breast exam. That's correct. And this, Phil,
it is unorthodox.
Yeah, it is unorthodox, but it would save women thousands of dollars. And
now, are you doing the oral exam, and who is doing the breast exam?
I would do all of it. I am.
But you're not a gynecologist.
You know, that's a good point, Phil, but I have my DDS. I took basic medical courses. It's really not as complicated as you think. And in the interest of medicine, I think that it would be I can examine.
Well, wait a minute. Are you a qualified to give this exam?
As I was saying, so I can examine all parts of their bodies. It's much easier on the woman because they are relaxed from the anesthetic. And what do you think happens? The black guy wins. So for me, that was an upsetting thing.
All right, Dr. Sadler, we're talking with Dr. Jim Sadler. Our number is 1-800-449-8686. He lost a small business award. This is the Small Business Idea of the Year that is given out by this organization to a man, a black, what is he, an engineer?
Some kind of an engineer, yeah.
Okay, this guy developed a spiral escalator, which they gave him the award. He's a black guy, you're a white guy. You think it's reverse racism?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, your idea is you're a dentist, and you would combine being a dentist, and you would also give women breast exams and gynecological exams.
All in one visit. Yeah. And it's a way that you can cut down on the cost of your health care. Because the women are having a root canal, or because they might be having a general wisdom tooth, for instance, Phil, necessitates sometimes some form of general anesthesiology or a general anesthetic. You could have the wisdom tooth out. We could also be giving you a gynecological exam.
You see, here's the thing. I know you think it's reverse racism that they gave the award to a black guy, but your idea sounds... Not only is it unorthodox, but you're not qualified. I don't want to say you're not qualified.
I'm a doctor, Phil. A dentist is a doctor. Okay?
Yeah, but this is, you know how to look at people's mouths.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about being a gynecologist and being a dentist. They are very similar. First of all, as a dentist, you're looking into an opening. As a gynecologist, you're also looking into an opening. You are putting your hands and your fingers in there. You're also doing it the other way. You are...
well, what about the breast exam?
The breast exam is you're just feeling the breast to make sure she doesn't have a lump or something, is what I've read. So,
well, that's what I'm talking about. Isn't it more to give a woman a breast exam and any other kind of female-oriented medical service?
Both of them are openings. They both have lips. There's not a big...
Are you making a joke?
No, sir. What I'm trying to say is that...
Because it sounds to me like your idea is perhaps not a great one. You got this guy...
Well, Phil, It's not a great idea. So you're saying that saving millions of dollars every year in health care is not a great idea?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying this guy who beat you has a spiral escalator. I've never heard of a spiral escalator. I don't even know how you would make a spiral escalator.
Well, that's just my point. It's probably impossible. But because he's some black guy, they gave him the award.
Why? Because they want to increase minority-owned small businesses?
Whatever the reason. But our idea was so much better to have this. I felt cheated, and as a doctor, when I look at people and I'm trying to improve their health care, I feel so cheated that this is not being taken seriously.
All right, Dr. Jim Sadler with us, 1-800-449-8686. He's a dentist who also was proposing a new idea to help cut back on health care costs, giving women breast exams and gynecological exams as well as cleaning their teeth? Or
well, I wasn't. You could. In other words, what I was thinking more was oral surgery where they're knocked out. Okay.
So they have to be knocked out?
No, they don't have to be. I'm saying that if that would be less traumatic for them. But I'm saying that yes, you could have your teeth cleaned. You could be having your teeth straightened, and at the same time, we're giving you a breast exam.
And this is all administered by you?
Yes, I'm a doctor. I don't know what you want me to do. Do you want?
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's just it. You don't know. I do. I'm a doctor. This is my. So I would.
Is there a nurse present?
And what's that supposed to mean? Is there a nurse?
Is there a nurse present?
So in other words, I see where you're going, and I think I know where they went at the Small Business Alliance Concepts. They think I would take advantage of women. I can assure you I would not.
All right. Is there a nurse present?
Sometimes, Mr. Hendrie, sometimes my hygienists and my office assistants have to be somewhere else. I can assure you I would never do anything to harm these women. That's my solemn promise.
All right, so you're giving breast exams and pap smears and you're cleaning their teeth all at the same time.
Right. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful idea. But they gave it to this black guy because you know how that is.
All right. The name of the company that you were not the company, the organization's the Alliance of Small Business Concepts. They give out this award. It's a $50,000 award. You don't need $50,000.
No, I don't. But the prestige of winning this award is one in which I think we all can share as an industry.
All right. 1-800-449-8686. Phil Hendrie Show.
Really great, too.
1-800-449-8686. What is?
The other concepts that we had.
Dr. Jim Sadler's with us, by the way, the Phil Hendrie Show here, 1-800-449-8686. And Dr. Sadler is combining health services under one roof in order to create what he calls a new concept in healthcare. He is a dentist. He is also offering women gynecological exams and breast exams. And at the same time, Dr. Sadler, you lost out on a Small Business Great Idea Award, didn't you?
I did, Phil.
All right, and you're accusing the company of racism.
Yes, because they gave the award to this black guy who made a spiral escalator. And
is it possible that they didn't give you the idea award because they found your ideas strange?
You know something? That's the thing. Every great idea is a strange idea, but every great idea is also a great idea. One of the things that we wanted to do, and we still feel it is sound, it is, I think, medically hygienic, is that the women could also come in and avail themselves of abortions and those kinds of invasive procedures, as well as have their teeth cleaned. Any dental procedure that...
Now, hold on for me. You're talking about having an abortion.
That is correct. Any dental procedure that requires the patient to be completely under would be given a breast and gynecological exam for free, which also saves money. So
wait a minute. I want to get this clear. You're going to give a woman an abortion while you're cleaning her teeth.
And combining those procedures, yes. The other thing is because they target abortion doctors, a lot of these pro-life people.
Yes, sir.
They wouldn't think to shoot a dentist. See what I'm saying? So in other words, a woman could come into our office, have an abortion, have a dental procedure done, And these guys that shoot abortion doctors, they'd be looking around at a women's clinic. They wouldn't think to blow a dentist away. So that's something else that I think is fundamentally sound in our concept.
Okay, Dr. Jim Sadler from he has a dental practice in Reseda. Our number 1-800-449-8686. He not only will clean your teeth and not only give you a breast exam and a gynecological exam, you can have an abortion while you're getting your teeth straightened, I guess. Is that it?
Well, man, of speak, we don't straighten teeth at all.
All right, while you're installing braces.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
You don't think the idea is a good idea, Phil, because it's unorthodox. But believe me, the best ideas are unorthodox ideas.
All right, but I don't think there was racism involved in you not getting the award. Schenectady on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
He's sick, and he's just jealous
Well,
that he lost.
You know something?
And he's an idiot, and any woman that
you know
goes
something?
to him for I don't
you
care
know how much
if this
you know
is
how
a
much
scoop
medical
show or
services
not,
cost.
and if you're making it up.
All right, I don't want people talking over each other. I don't want people talking over each other. I don't want. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want anybody talking over each other. I want people to have a dialogue here. Okay? Can you hear each other here?
I can hear every word coming out of his stupid mouth.
Well, then we don't want you to, ma'am. Then we're not interested in hearing your call. Thanks. Here is 1-800-449-8686. Hampton on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello. Yes, sir. Another bad car phone? Okay, thanks a lot. Getting back to what you were saying about abortions, Dr. Sadler, abortions are something that are regulated medically by a medical board, correct?
Absolutely. And I'm a dentist. See, first of all, to get the abortion equipment is not that expensive. You can go down and buy it at any medical supply place. A woman who wants an abortion or is looking to have an abortion certainly can avail herself of any coat hanger. I'm trying to make this a medically sound and safe procedure. And so while she's in the office, she can be assured of that. And
she can be assured of the fact that you're giving her a medically safe, sound abortion or teeth cleaning or what?
Both. Both of those things would be medically sound. And both of those things would be affordable because we are freeing up the cost of the women's service and only charging for the dental service. And
so how do you make money that way?
Because we increase our volume. Some of the equipment and suction devices we already have can be used for abortions.
Such as what? I mean, you talking about the thing they put in your mouth to get the saliva out?
That is correct, Phil. You can use that for abortion, so there's no increase in the cost of equipment, and there is.
I'm finding it difficult to understand why you'd think there was anything other than distaste for your idea involved in you not winning.
Because you don't understand the medical business and the cost associated with it for most people.
Yeah, but you can't take the tube that you suck saliva out of somebody's mouth with and give a woman an abortion with that, can you?
You want to try me? I mean...
what do you mean, do I want to try you?
You want to check it? You're welcome to come to our office. I can increase the suction on that thing probably about 50%. And I'll tell you, whatever it is, it'll take an eyeball out of your head.
Here is Provo on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm an RN. I've been an RN for about 16 years.
Yes.
And I work for a family practice residency. And I certainly wouldn't want an unqualified person doing my exams on my body parts.
All it takes is a few attachments, and we
No,
can
that's
utilize
not all
a
it
lot
takes,
of
sir.
things. It'll suck an apple right out of a sock.
Well,
All right.
excuse me, but do you think that my OB could do my dental work?
No, but I don't think that what an OB is required to do for a breast exam is anywhere near as difficult as what I have to do for pulling a tooth, an extraction. It's easy. A breast exam's easy.
No, you don't
all you gotta
understand.
do
They're
is
trained as to what to look for and how
right,
to feel it.
A lump. You're looking for a lump, right? How tough is
Yes,
that?
but do you know what kinds of lumps and do you know how big they are?
Well, let me put it this way. Any lump in a breast, I'd say, whoa, we got a problem.
All right, let's say you're cleaning a woman's... when are you doing this?
You can do it at the same time. That's why I'm saying that...
So wait a minute. Are you cleaning the teeth and giving the breast exam at the same time?
Yes.
I would feel like I'd been raped if you'd done that to me.
How would you
All
feel
right.
like you're being raped? You're having your teeth cleaned and your breast felt.
By an unqualified person.
What if I was qualified?
Yeah, if you go back to school
You willing
and become
to do
a
it?
medical doctor, then you're qualified.
Then you wouldn't mind having your teeth cleaned and having me feel your breast.
If that same doctor also was a dentist.
Okay, there you go.
No,
then
you
it's
don't
not
go.
such a bad idea, is it, Phil?
No, wait a minute, ma'am. Are you saying that if he was a dentist and a OBGYN, you'd let him clean your teeth and give you a breast exam at the same time?
No, I would not. I wouldn't want it done in the same chair.
Well, that's what you were saying.
Also,
I'm sorry, you misunderstood me.
what
I wouldn't
about-
want the same person doing either procedure, and
E-
especially
even if
not
they
at
were-
the same time.
I can get the training through the mail, and we can have that done within 8 to 10 months. And
What do you mean through the mail?
I can get the appropriate degrees.
Well, that doesn't make you.
So don't worry about it, all right?
It certainly doesn't make you qualified.
Well,
I
I
work
think
with
it
doctors
does.
too.
If I'm an OBGYN, I'm qualified to feel a breast or whatever else that needs to be done.
All right, saving money is a great thing, but also people have to have confidence in the doctor. Here is San Diego on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hi, I would just like to say that you are a jerk, and any woman that would want their
I'm a
dentist
jerk.
touching them,
How am I a jerk?
you're not a gynecologist.
No, but
You're
I'm
pretending to be.
I'm saying I could save you money by giving you a gynecological...
I wouldn't want you touching me.
Well, what does it take? All it takes is a rubber glove and a finger.
Oh, God. I mean, who in their right mind?
Wait a second, Phil. Are these women for real? Are you setting up these calls?
Wait a minute, ma'am. Can you hold on, please?
Yeah.
It's the Phil Hendrie Show. Setting up the calls. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. Phil Hendrie Show at 1-800-449-8686 with Dr. Jim Sadler from Reseda, California. He's a dentist who has proposed a radical and revolutionary means of health care for women. He's a dentist who will provide dental care and perform OBGYN procedures, abortions, pap smears, and breast exams on women that come into his office. And the question, and we have a lady hanging on in San Diego. And are you there, ma'am? San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay. And the question that was also asked Dr. Sadler is that is there a nurse present in the room with you while you're doing these invasive procedures?
Phil, not always, but I promise that I'm not going to do anything bad.
Well, how can we trust you if you're not, like, okay, say you get your mail order certificate.
Right.
Okay, you get that. Then...
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 25.
You sound very young. You sound very youthful.
Okay.
Very...
Thank you, I guess.
Have you ever heard that said, that you sound very youthful, very...
Yes.
Very full?
Oh,
I don't know. Well, I don't want to say anything.
Don't please make...
No, I'm complimenting the young lady, Mr. Hendrie, and I resent any inference that I'm doing anything more. I promise, if you came to my office, ma'am, and you got up into our chair, they're very comfortable. We have fur-lined stirrups, which no other doctor has.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
If you were to get your mail order certificate, then you still don't know what it's like. I mean, you're practicing on paper.
No, I would get a mail order certificate as a gynecologist. You would come in. You'd spread your legs, and also I would, clean your teeth. Then if the nurse had to leave, I promise I won't do anything bad.
Well, how can we... No, if you got your mail order certificate, you're still not really qualified because have you had any practice?
Well, I can tell you this, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I've practiced in my dreams a lot. But to answer...
Oh, come on.
That's sick.
No.
Come on. What does that mean?
No, hold on for a minute. What I'm saying is practice, ma'am, all it is a rubber glove and a finger, okay? What's the practice?
What are you talking about? What's the practice?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Hendrie.
You are a dentist.
I went to dental school, yeah.
Yeah, you did not study to be a gynecologist,
Well,
did
wait a
you?
minute. What's the difference between putting your finger in someone's mouth and putting... You see what I'm saying? It's all just a rubber glove in an opening.
No, that is not all it is.
Well, I disagree. And I'm trying to save you money. And if you're too, forgive me, but if you're too dense to see that...
Well, you know what you're too dense to see is that women don't want to... What do you mean you have fur-lined stirrups?
I swear to God.
That's sick.
What's sick about that? What's sick about that?
Just think about this.
All you have to remember is which hole the KY jelly goes. Is that right? Or am I kidding you? I mean...
You're going to have to clean your act up.
Oh, come on. You know what I'm saying.
You're being sick.
How am I being
You're
sick?
insulting me.
How am I insulting you, ma'am?
You're insulting me, too, and you're insulting my listeners. Which hole the KY jelly goes?
Well, what is that supposed to mean? All I'm saying is, how much money do you spend on a doctor for your gynecological cares? Eliminate that, and only
And
for
then have an unprofessional person touching you while he's doing your teeth and giving you a breast exam. I think not.
One of the things we can do is we can let you do it yourself. You could examine yourself, but we do have to film it because we want to make sure you're doing it properly. Well, what we do,
you
film.
have
What
to
is that?
film it.
What
you
is
can
that?
probably take that home.
No, I beg your pardon. Yes, I have to take it home to store it in my files, but we give you a rubber glove. You can check yourself out, and then we film it and take it back to the office for legal reasons only.
You know something, man? There's something wrong with this. And
Yeah, the thing that's wrong with it's revolutionary, and I didn't win the award, and I'm
No,
really
the thing
upset about
that's
it.
wrong with this?
God, you sound juicy. Excuse me for saying that, but
okay, thank you very much, ma'am. You're going to have to watch that, okay?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're going for here, or...
I came on because your producer called me, Mr. Hendrie. But are you telling me she didn't sound good?
She sounded like she was 15, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, she says she's 25 too, and we're supposed to believe that. But when a woman says no, she means no. But she says she's 18. It's our call. Can you believe that crap? I don't believe it.
Say that again.
When a woman.
Never mind. Here is Santa Clarita on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe this guy did not win this award because his idea sucks.
Well, okay. You want to spend more money?
You know, you're trying to play this race card, but yet I have not heard you say anything about putting a guy in your chair and doing a hernia check or a colonoscopy or anything like that. Those things just as invasive as a gynecological exam or breast examination.
No, but they take far more medical
Oh,
know-how.
that's it.
That's right.
it.
There you go. They take far more
I
medical
see.
know-how. It's tougher. It's physically more difficult to put a tube up a guy's rear end and look in it while you're cleaning his teeth.
Really
but,
now?
Yes, but if you
it's not
if you
a problem
think about
as
it,
you've described
think
to
about it.
put a finger in.
Think about it.
You know,
No, seriously.
Your idea sucks,
Well, you
and
know
that's
something.
the way it
That's
is.
fine. Go
it
ahead,
has
keep
nothing
spending
to
money.
do with race.
No,
I happen to
this
be a
black
white
guy-
female,
this
and I
black
would not
guy-
have voted for you either.
No, they gave it to a black guy because
So
they
what?
you know what?
A spiral staircase sure sounds like a heck of a lot better deal
It
than
was a
what
spiral,
you're describing.
actually something I've never seen before. It's a spiral escalator.
Okay,
and
there
a
you go.
Yeah, so what is that? Why is that a good idea?
Well, first of all, all the space that escalators take up in department stores, and
So you sit here and, talk about a spiral escalator while I'm talking about a
Mr.
revolution.
Henry or Harvey?
My name's Mr. Sadler.
I'm Mr. Hendrie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Harvey.
I would really
Real
appreciate
good.
if you wouldn't have guests like this on your show. I would
Oh,
prefer to listen
see,
to your
what are you,
show
the
without
program
people
director?
like this.
Are you the program director all of a
It
sudden?
doesn't matter if I'm the
Huh?
program director
You're gonna
or
call
not.
the shots
it
all of
depends
a sudden?
upon
Get
our
her
listening
calling
to
the
this
shots.
show.
Look at you calling the shots all of a sudden.
It doesn't matter if I'm calling the shots. I happen to be giving my
Whoa.
opinion.
Well, she's entitled to her opinion.
And you're taking it, huh? So in other words, I got a great idea. She let some black guy win the award because of racial affirmative action. And
it has nothing to do
I
with
can't
affirmative
and
action.
she wants
It
me.
happens to be that your idea sucks.
Well, you haven't told me why though. You tell me
Yes,
I'm supposed to
yes,
give a
I
guy
have.
a call. How am I
Do you
going to put a
not-
tube
do
up
you
a
not
guy's
give-
rear end and at the same time pull his wisdom teeth out? It can't do it.
Well, you
That's what
seem
I'm
to have
trying to
figured
tell you.
everything else out.
When it comes to examining women,
You
I
seem
happen
to have figured everything
I guess
else
you're
out.
going
I'm
to think
sure
this
you
is
could
egotistical.
possibly figure that one
I
out.
guess as you think this is egotistical. I happen to know a little something about women. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I happen to be a bad.
You know,
Oh, look at
Dr.
them laughing
Sadler,
at me.
I certainly hope that you lose all clientele if you've ever even had any to begin
I
with.
happen to know a little something about women.
And I'm not even going to dignify the rest of this conversation with
Well,
your
I would think-
abrasive and rudeness.
Ma'am, I'm not
and
rude. You're the
so
one
on
that
and
called
so
me a
on.
moron.
Thanks, Mr. Henry. Please get better guests.
Look, if you put your wide rear end in our seat, put those legs in one of our fur-lined stirrups, and she hung up, I guess, huh?
Yes, she hung up, and I don't blame her, and I think you were insulting to the woman, although maybe she was out of line with some of those comments. And this stuff about putting a tube up a guy's rear end...
You can't do that and clean his teeth. That's what I'm trying to say. But you can give a woman the gynecological exam as well as pull her wisdom teeth, extract all of her molars, pull her front teeth, do bridge work. You can do it all and make money.
Man, it sounds difficult.
Sure, it's difficult. All great things are difficult, but this is a great ideal.
Do you need to get a drink of water or something, man? Because it sounds like you're choking on your own spit.
Oh,
Anyway, here's Monterey on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Yes. First of all, I cannot believe that you even have a license or that you're practicing, okay? And I'm going to make sure, along with a lot of other people, that you are definitely reported to the Medical Board of California, the Central Complaint Unit. And the reason,
because I'm trying to save people money.
You're extremely unprofessional. Your wording totally smacks of molestation.
How?
And pervertedness.
I want specifics.
Well, like you saying, having a woman under while you feel her breast, no examining the breast. No, how can you possibly compare?
Misspoke.
How can you compare an abortion? How can you possibly compare that with an eyeball being sucked out of a skull?
No, I'm saying that the tube that we use is powerful
but
enough.
Don't you think that a woman's body is her temple, and that there's a huge difference between having a dental surgery or whatever done, as opposed to having her insides? Okay, this is completely two different things. That's like getting married while you're playing soccer. Okay?
I don't know. Maybe some people have done that. Some people have gotten married on polo ponies. I know where you're at.
So do a lot of other people. I'm surprised that Bellevue or the damn police aren't in there right now carting your ass off.
Ma'am, you don't understand. Oh, yeah, she hung up. God, I hate you.
Well, she said what she meant to say, and she was very well spoken. And I think a couple of points need to be brought up here. She was talking about your wording, the verbiage, feel the breast as opposed to exam.
I split hairs. You say potato, I say potato. What we're talking about is saving women's lives. We live about saving lives. And we're trying to do it the best way we know how, and that's by getting them in a chair, cleaning their teeth, and taking a good long look there at the Royal American. That's all I'm talking about. But
what do you mean the Royal American?
Well, the area there.
1-800-449-8686. Here is Royal Palm Beach on the Phil Hendrie Show.
So look at if I ever got that bitch in my chair, she'd be sore in more than one place. Okay.
Hello.
So,
yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Mr. Hendrie.
Yes.
I'm a black woman. And I want to know where the racism came into this. I mean, I want to see where the reverse racism is.
Okay, they gave the award to a black guy who came up with some spiral stairs. They gave the award to a black guy.
Yeah, I know, but the black guy had a better idea than you did.
Oh, in your opinion. But I'm telling you that
Okay, who says your idea is better than his?
Think about it. You can get your teeth cleaned and have a gynecological exam at the same time. By the way,
is this somebody that's unqualified?
Is this Scary Spice?
No, it's not Scary Spice.
I've always been a fan. And
well, you come on.
I don't believe that you're real.
No, I know it is downtown Julie Brown. Look, you come into my office,
Julie. I don't think that
you're
a real person.
Ma'am, I have a business in Reseda, and I'm trying desperately to keep it floating.
Where is Reseda, by the way? Whereabouts?
Is Reseda? Well,
what state is Reseda in?
What state, dear?
Yeah.
The state of California.
Oh, okay. It's got to be California because I tell you what, it's the only place.
Oh, I get it. We're all nutcases.
Like
yeah, we're all nutcases out here. Is that it?
Well,
that's
not
a
all
fine.
Of you,
how do you
Jesus, when I hear something like this, I've got to believe that there are more than
absolutely
a couple nutcases out there.
You can
honestly, in your right mind,
all I
say
said was
on national radio that you really believe that this would work.
Yes, I'm saying it. Look, I tell you what. Where are you?
It doesn't matter where I am.
Come on in.
It doesn't
I'll give
matter
you a
where
free...
I am. I could be in Timbuktu. It wouldn't matter.
Look, I tell you what I'll do is I'll clean your teeth. I'll throw in dental X-rays, give you a good little breast feed. What do you call a breast feel?
Breast exam.
There's another thing as well.
Breast exam.
Touching women's because you have fantasies about it.
No.
Let me tell you something. If there's anyone out there in the medical field that any one of our doctors, I'm asking you to. I don't know what the association is.
We didn't hear that.
Is, but somebody to let this.
Okay,
whoever is in
whatever
charge
it
of
is
these
that you want, we can't do because we didn't hear you. Whatever it is you want, we can't do because your car phone's so crappy, we didn't hear it. Okay, Phil, I'm done.
I wanted to hear what Are you there, ma'am? No, she
hung up.
She didn't hang up. Her car phone cut out. You know what? You're probably going.
Cut out. I can hear everything you say.
There you are. You're right there. See.
Oh well, as I was saying, you're a very nice lady, and I I think you're great.
I am, and you don't know whether I'm nice or not.
Yeah.
And I know by listening to the things that they say and the snide comments that you make about women, and
What?
you're generalizing women. You're being demoralizing toward women. You are. In fact, you are demoralizing our human race.
Ma'am, I have been married 4 times to some of the...
Exactly. It figures.
What does that mean exactly? I have loved
It figures that you've been married 4 times because obviously every woman that you're with doesn't want to be with you because you're not a nice person.
I'm not a nice
You're
person.
You're a horrible, horrible man.
All I'm
and you
asking
don't
to do...
deserve to be a doctor.
All I'm asking to do is get a little feel going along with the extraction.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's what you're asking. You know what?
You're a great
Mr.
example
Henry,
of girl power, I'll tell you that.
I'm here. I can't hear. I can't believe it.
The woman that was on the phone before me.
You're a great example of
I'm going to
female
let you know,
power.
She
Yes,
was
ma'am.
right in what she said. You don't need to have people like this on your radio show. It's demoralizing and it's upsetting to women.
So what are you going to do, Hendrie? You going to take this broad's advice? You're going to keep...
All right, I'm hanging up on you.
Oh, what a chick. What a chicken.
Okay, I hung up on him, ma'am.
Thank you. This is ridiculous. You can't do this to people. I don't want to hear something like this when I'm driving down the street. I was shaking in my shoes when I heard this man say these things.
I'm sorry.
It's awful.
I'm sorry.
And to say it's not a joke, it must. I thought I was listening to the Howard Stern show.
Well, I was trying to be informative, I guess.
This is not informing women of anything.
I know.
In fact, not just women, but people in general. I just drove home and my husband is asking me, what's wrong? I said to him, I've got to talk to this person on the phone because he's nuts.
I'm sorry. I blew it. I don't know. It's been rough lately for me, so.
Anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm sorry. You there? It's been a little tough for me lately. I'm having a hard time booking guests. I don't know what it is. Okay. I guess maybe for the next 15 minutes, Craig, could you get those scissors away from me? Because that'd be kind of tough. 1-800-449-8686, The Phil Hendrie Show.
Previously on the Phil Hendrie Show.
You be the judge. Would you call this torture?
Yes. Yes, I would call it torture.
I don't know. You call that torture? Because to me, that it's...
Would you please stop doing that to that man?
I'm not doing anything that Warren isn't totally familiar with as a former homosexual who wants desperately to be a straight man. And
I just don't want you to do that if you're going to demonstrate that.
I asked the lady, does she call that torture?
No, it is torture, okay. You know what?
Quit it!
It wasn't hooked up to him.
Stop doing that to him.
That wasn't hooked up to me. I'm just kidding.
All right, if you guys are running some game on me, man, I don't find it funny, okay?
No, Mr. Henry, when he gets a shock, even though he is not aroused by a man, it reminds him of where he has been as a homosexual, and that has to be reinforced. And I don't know whether the lady's orientation is of the homosexual or if she's heterosexual. I don't care. That's fine. But
it doesn't matter what my orientation is. The fact is that you should not be doing that to him. You say that he voluntarily did this.
Are you saying specifically this?
Stop it.
Or are you saying something else? I don't know.
Would you stop doing that?
Boy, you guys are on a short leash today, aren't you, huh? Hey, Warren,
you
are
perverted, and that utterly,
we
you
were
are
just
completely
kidding.
Perverted.
I'm perverted, ma'am. I am a heterosexual. I have a wife, and I have 3 children.
I feel sorry for your wife and your 3 children.
Well, ma'am, I make love to my wife as a Christian man, and I have heterosexual sex, and we never do anything that is even remotely considered to be of the homosexual. My wife... Yes, ma'am? I never give it to my wife from behind. I've never... I don't know what...
Phil Hendrie. Flashback.
You see, moments like that and the preceding hour, that's why this show will achieve world domination. That's why this show is the next step, the evolution, if you will, in radio entertainment. And that's why all of the little lightweights out there who claim dominance over me, their day's coming. They know it.
Anybody who badmouths Phil Hendrie knows his strength and knows his ultimate power as a radio talent. Yes, many great ones have gone before me. Enter now our show. Enter now not only our show, our style of entertainment. So enjoy it while it lasts, all of you guys out there with the comb over. Enjoy it while it lasts, honey. And remember, we're number one, 2554 in afternoons, 4 to 7. Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686. Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686. Thanks to the gentleman who called off the air and said, call the Sears headquarters in wherever it is, Chicago, we think, and they'll get action. So maybe we'll try that. And forgive me for my sniffles, which I got over the weekend, man. I don't know what I've been doing. Well, I do know what I've been doing. I've been burning the candle at both ends, getting up early, taking the kids to school, moving. Moving is like hell anyway. So you get, run down a little bit. And, God damn, man, I mean, all week long, it really didn't get much sleep. I mean, I guess that's the bottom line on that. And so by Sunday, there I was, blowing my freaking nose all over the place. So here we are. And this has got to be disgusting to listen to, isn't it? Craig, what's it like to listen to a guy going, ugh. Whoa, that water was hot, but that's okay, man. That's all right. Jeff got me some scalding hot water, which is fine with me. All right, 1-800-449-8686. This is a subject that's a little delicate. Chris Norton is a young man who does some actually marketing out in Redondo Beach, is on the line with us tonight from Redondo Beach. This is a subject that's a little delicate. This has to do with women. And, well, I guess it's not that delicate since there was a film that actually, devoted much of its time to discussing the concept, the idea, the reality of women faking orgasms. On the line with us is Chris Norton. He lives in Redondo Beach. You do telemarketing out there, Chris?
Right now, sir, I'm between jobs, but I have done some telemarketing, yeah.
Okay. You are... Basically, what you did is you picked up a magazine in a doctor's office, right?
Well, what I did was I was reading about an essay that was in a women's magazine that I had seen in a doctor's office. And it claimed that a lot of women, and it was something I had not known about up to that point, or because I had not really experienced it. But after reading the article, I went about researching how you can tell when a woman has reached the ecstasy, or what you call orgasm. And I went back to some tapes that I had. I also have some tapes of adult films. And I tried to find out.
Well, let's get back to this article. You read an article in a woman's magazine that said that women fake orgasms, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What magazine was that?
I don't know. It's a magazine that I think it's called Woman's Magazine or something like that.
And it said what?
Well, it was talking about how women fake orgasms because the men that they're with are not turning them on or nothing. So when I read about that, I thought how lucky I was, because in my life it's never happened to me. And
how do you know it's never happened to you?
Sir, it's because, well, first of all, because I'm and I thank the Lord for this, but I'm very good looking. I'm built good, and I have a lot of sexual energy that women like. But I did know that even though I'm lucky enough not to have no woman ever have a fake orgasm with me, there's a lot of guys maybe who have, and I wanted to help them identify when a woman fakes an orgasm. And
so you went about researching women faking orgasms?
No, what I did was I went back to, I have an extensive collection of adult films, and I also have tapes of different sessions that I've been involved in, myself and girlfriends that I have. And
do you videotape you and your girlfriends?
I do, yeah.
Secretly?
Well, yeah, because most women are not going to, want you to do none of that.
Okay, so you have tapes of you and other women.
Yeah, me and women get, some girlfriends of mine, and I also have adult films. And what I did was I looked at these tapes, I looked at the film, and I wanted to see what constitutes women having an orgasm. And I wanted to find out if there is a constant that women exhibit when they have orgasm. And I found a couple of things that are constant in a woman when she reaches ecstasy. And
when she reaches what?
When she reaches ecstasy.
Ecstasy?
Yeah. And there's some things that she says when she's having a really, really good, ecstasy. So I researched all of that. I wrote it down, and I put it into kind of a readable form. And I've also transcribed it, and that's why I've done a couple of radio shows, and I've done a TV show.
And basically what you're doing is you're helping guys identify whether a woman's having an orgasm or not. Is that it?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, let me ask you, Chris. You claim that in your entire life, no woman has ever faked an orgasm with you.
No.
And you know this why?
Well, I know it for a couple of reasons. Number one, because, like I said, the good Lord blessed me with really good, I'm very good looking. I have a cut body. I mean, my body's pretty cut. I work out. I'm very well, I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, I'm endowed, And so I'm very fortunate that way. But I don't want to be just, the only guy that a woman's never faked an orgasm with. I want to help guys identify when a woman fakes an orgasm.
All right, now, one of the things that you faxed over here, this is the actual transcription of a woman having an orgasm, right?
Yeah, I have written an actual, I transcribed it from the videotapes that I have and from the adult film tapes that I have. This is the transcription of a woman having an orgasm. And
now, what is this from? Is this from your adult film?
This one in particular is from, my private tapes.
So this was a woman
who was with me, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is constant, too, and I want the guys listening to know, this always, she will always say some combination of these words. If a woman's not faking an orgasm, she's having a real one. Oh, God, God, God. Yes, yes. Oh, my God, don't stop. Yeah. Stop it. It's starting to hurt. And that means she's had a really good one. And
which the stop it, it's starting to hurt?
That's right. When a woman says that, she's had a powerful, powerful one, and that's a good one. And I'm just trying to let guys know if a woman is having, the ecstasy, but by the same token, I understand, why women would fake having one.
Well, why would a woman fake having one, and why is it necessary for you? And you understand women doing this?
Yeah, I do.
Why is it necessary for you?
Well, not all guys are as good looking as me and can make a woman,
Make a woman what?
Well, like be ecstasy just by looking at her.
So if I get you correctly, you're saying that a woman can achieve...
Yeah, a woman can achieve ecstasy just by me looking at her. I mean, I'm lucky that way, that's all.
Okay, Chris, hold on.
Yeah.
Chris Norton is with us. You're listening to this guy's tale. He read somewhere that women fake orgasms, so he's compiled information for guys to know when a woman's faking an orgasm. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686, 1-800-449-8686. Chris Norton with us. He's a entrepreneur. I guess you call yourself a telemarketer, Chris, but you're between jobs right now?
That's right. Right now I'm between jobs. I'm doing just research on this phenomenon because eventually I do want to work in the adult film business. And
Well, what would you call yourself, a sexologist or something?
no, it's something that's kind of interesting to me. I think the adult film business is very interesting. I wanted to eventually get into it. But I had read that article, and I also feel that, sex can be something that it can be enjoyed by everybody. And I felt that it was wrong for women to fake orgasms and not tell men about it, but I also understand about it.
Well, you say it's wrong for them to do that, but you understand it. Why?
Well, like I said, I think it's wrong to make a man think that he's good when he's not really. But I also understand that, men have egos and women are trying to make them feel better. There's not a lot of guys out there that are good.
But you're one of the guys that is good, huh?
Well, I mean,
that's essentially what you're saying. You're saying that you're compiling this information, you're making these lists because no woman has ever faked an orgasm with you.
Well, women tell me. I mean, you can talk to my girlfriends if you want to. Every single one of them, almost to a woman.
Well, how many women are you going out with at one time?
No, it's not that. It's just that every single woman that I have been out with, every single woman that I've slept with, almost to the woman will tell you how good I am. Okay? So you don't have to believe me, but you got to believe what the women's are saying. And I'm just saying that I've made a research out of it. I have looked into it, and I know when women is faking an orgasm and what you can do about it.
Okay, you're what a guy has to listen. You're saying, "Oh God, 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 yes, yes, oh my God, oh my God."
Yeah, but then stop. It's starting to hurt. That's the part. That's the part that women that fake an orgasm never say.
Stop. It's starting to hurt.
That's right.
All right. Here is Beaumont on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
I'm appalled at what an idiot this guy is.
Well, I'm not the one faking an orgasm. That's the women that would do that.
Okay, no, I'm sure women would, but to say that he could look at somebody and that would make them have an orgasm.
Have ecstasy.
Ecstasy, as he says.
Yeah.
Ecstasy. But, come on. It has to do with a woman's needs, and, everyone's different, but it has nothing to do with his physical stature or what he looks like or anything.
No, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that's how good looking I am.
Well, wait a minute. You're saying what? That's how good looking you are, Chris?
I'm very sexual. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what does that have to do with price of tea in China? Has nothing to do with it.
Ma'am,
I look at Brad Pitt on the radio. I don't come all over myself. Excuse my language.
Ma'am,
but,
could you turn your radio down, please?
Oh, I'm so good looking that I could make you have ecstasy by looking at you.
I'm sure you probably think that, but I doubt so.
Why do you doubt? Why would you doubt that?
Your attitude is very unattractive.
You've never met me. How could you say?
Well, because no man looking at me could make me have ecstasy. It's actually ecstasy, but that's ridiculous. That's just
I could.
Like
I'm just saying that
caveman talk. You me man, you woman. Come on, give me a break.
I'm just saying that I could. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure
that has
you
the possibility.
are very handsome, but I don't think that has anything to do with how you're sexually, trained or anything like that. It has to.
Well,
do
let's
with
get
a lot
off
more
of
than that.
let's get off of whether you could actually give this woman ecstasy or not, as you call it, Chris. Let's get to this whole thing about women faking it and how you can recognize it.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's very dishonest for a lot of women to do that. I think they hurt men when they do that. You might as well be honest with a guy.
Well, yeah,
you're
probably right. I agree, but I know that some women do it because it's just, makes themselves probably feel better. It makes this man feel like he's doing something for them when he's actually incapable of doing it. Or also, there's just, you don't have those open things where you can talk back and forth. They don't, allow that. They have the mentality that I'm good looking and I'm going to make you have ecstasy. You know what I mean? What report does that set up? None.
What?
So, just go ahead and fake it, Get it over with.
Why are you with the guy if you have to fake it?
Well, I'm not saying I would be with someone like that, but there are a lot of insecure women that are with men like you who are good looking and just little things that they have on their on their shelf. And so rather than sit there and try and have a
what are you talking
intellectual
about?
conversation, and tell you this makes me feel good or that makes me feel good. Come on, that's ridiculous. You know, I mean,
What are you
I don't
talking-
think you're willing to even listen to a woman. You're so into how you look.
No, I'm willing to listen to a woman who's having a real ecstasy moment, okay?
Oh, you're willing to listen to a woman who's having a real ecstasy moment? Because evidently you're not willing to listen to anything at all but, oh, that's great, yes, God, oh, stop, it hurts. I mean, that's all you're listening to. You're
No, I'm saying that what I'm saying
you're
is
listening to adult tapes, okay? Step into the real world. I mean, I doubt you even have your own tapes, but step into the real world. Oh, stop, this makes me feel, it hurts at this point? Come on.
No, I'm saying that when a woman has...
Well, where did you get this stop, it's starting to hurt?
That is the one thing a woman who's really had ecstasy will say. Okay? I mean, I'm just telling you, lady, you may not believe it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that you do believe it, and I'm sure that
How many times...
sometimes when people have ecstasy or have an orgasm, that it is painful right afterwards.
How do you know this?
I know that came from several of my tape sessions.
And you know what?
Julia,
It very well may be so.
February
but
99.
I don't think that that's always a factor, because you know what? There may be women who saw these tapes, and they may be faking that too.
Well, I don't think so. And that's based on my research.
The joke's on you, huh?
No, I mean, this is based on my research and the number of women what I've been with.
I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
I mean,
It's a
I don't
fair,
know. It's a
yeah.
little bit ridiculous.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for your call. 1-800-449-8686. Memphis on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I guess really the woman pretty much elaborated on what I was going to say, but dude, I got to say that you're a cracker, because what you're telling everybody right now is pretty much what's been going on since I believe the existence of time. You know, women can pretty much go either way, can't they? They can.
No, but there's a
focus
way
some
that
of the
you
time.
can figure it out. There's a way you can figure it out. You don't have to keep being dumb about it, do you?
No one said I was dumb. The point I'm trying
Well, no,
to make
but I
is
mean,
that
you
you're
know
not
when-
such an expertise to the fact that a woman still couldn't pull the wool over your eyes.
Well,
There's not
do you
always
know
an
when-
outside visual thing or word said that you know that they're having one.
Do you know that she's having ecstasy or not?
Personally, with the partner I'm at right now, yes. Now, there have been times
Yeah,
I have
because
been
she
fooled.
says, quit it, it hurts,
No,
right?
no, there's physical outlaying things on the outside that I know. I've done my research for the last 20
Well, the only real research you can do is to hear the words they're saying. If they say, oh, God, God, yes, yes.
But that's not true.
And then they say, stop it, it's starting to hurt. Now you got yourself an orgasm.
The point I'm trying to make again is a woman can play you to be a fool just like anyone else.
Yeah, I agree.
So
but
she could tell you, oh, don't stop or hurt or whatever. And
I have a
of course,
formula.
You're full of yourself and you're going to believe it. Yes, I'm doing my thing.
All I'm saying is I have a formula that works. Don't you want to know if it's real?
Your formula is still what you based your sex life on and what you've documented.
Exactly, man.
Okay, yours isn't any better than mine. And again, like
Excuse
that
me,
woman
but I've
said
been with
before,
over-
it sounds like to me that you are extremely full
I've
of
been
yourself.
I've been with over 20 women, okay?
Good for well, good.
So
Then I
I'm
must be
saying-
a damn rocket scientist on it. Then.
It's the Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686, 1-800-449-8686. Chris Norton with us. He's written a little... this is an article that you're still submitting, correct?
I've got some interest from a couple magazines, but it is an article that I'm shopping right now, and hopefully I can turn it into, I think, a series of seminars or lectures for men, because I don't think what I'm saying, Mr. Henry, is all that unusual. I'm saying that there is a way for men to identify whether or not a woman is faking the orgasm. And if she is, then you should be able to identify it.
And you're saying the way that a guy can identify it is by listening to the words that she says, not the body language?
No, I'm saying that you can also do it with the words and the body language. A woman, for instance, one thing that women always do when they're really having an orgasm is they arch their back. Okay? the other thing they do when they're really having an orgasm,
as opposed to when?
As opposed to if they're faking an orgasm, they probably won't think to arch their back, but they do when they're having a real one.
And what about this phrase, "Stop, it hurts"?
That's the key. When a woman says, "Stop it, it hurts," that means she's had a really, really, really good one. And that, again, is because of the fact that she had a good one and she's all used up. Okay, that's number one. Number two.
All right, getting into number one and number two, I just want to know one thing. Your research is based upon adult movies?
No, my research is based upon the experience that I've had with women. And
these are videotapes of you and other women?
My private collection and adult films. I probably got probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 hours of private video of me and other women.
And so watching these tapes, you've come to the conclusion you know when a woman's having a real orgasm.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's Morganton on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello?
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I just got to tell you something. There is no way to tell if a woman is faking an orgasm.
This formula that I have is a man's dream come true. Every man wants to be better in bed. This can help.
There is no way. If a girl says, "Stop, it hurts," it hurts. It don't mean she's having the best orgasm in her whole life.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, I have faked it many times, and oh God, there is.
Well, you
no
don't
way.
have to get you don't have to get any specifics.
No, this is something that a lot of men should know. What do you mean? What do you mean you faked it many times?
I have faked many times. I'm being truthful. I have.
Have you ever said, "Oh God, yes, yes"?
Yes, I have.
While you were faking it?
Yes.
No. Did you ever say these words? "Oh God, God, God"? Yes,
I've
yes.
said everything there is.
All right, you don't have, no, but not in that way.
Well, what are you talking about? The way?
Yeah, there's a certain cadence, and then at the end they say, "Ah, yeah, stop, it's starting to hurt."
That's because it hurts.
Well, wait a second. Are you saying I'm wrong?
Yeah, I'm saying you're wrong.
I've been with over 15, 20 women. Okay.
I have been with
and
over 15, 20 men.
Well, I doubt it.
Oh, I know myself, and I know I have faked it at least 5 or 6 times. And
Why? Why?
Why? Because
Why?
the guy's not getting me off. That's
There you
why.
go. That's what I'm talking about. No woman's ever faked it with me.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well,
I don't believe that. Every girl has faked it at least one time.
I'm very good looking.
Well, good looking don't mean anything.
Well, how do you say it doesn't mean nothing? Every woman that I've ever been with told me that I was the greatest that they'd ever had, okay? That's number one. Number two, I'm good looking. And number three, I'm very well built.
But that don't mean nothing. I've told every guy I've been with he's the best I've ever had.
What do you mean?
What she's saying is, why are you doing all this lying to men?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too.
Who are these guys that you're with, ma'am? Every guy you've ever been with, you told him he was the greatest. You faked it all the time. Your life sucks, doesn't it?
No, I mean, I've had him a bunch of times, but, I mean, if he's not getting you off, then, you know, you want to get the thing over with. You don't want to sit there and...
Where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in North Carolina.
Okay. I guarantee that if you saw me, you'd achieve ecstasy.
I wouldn't achieve ecstasy.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. What do you find so funny about it? See, I'm making you laugh, aren't I?
Yeah, because it's so stupid.
See, you'd have a good time with me.
Yeah, because, oh my God, it's just, there's just no way you can tell a girl is faking it.
Yes, if they say...
All right, what is it? Oh, God, God.
Oh, God, God.
I can say it right now. And
no, wait. Oh, God, God, God. Yes, yes. Oh, my God, don't stop. Ah, yeah. Stop it. It's starting to hurt. That means she's had a good one.
Oh, God, God, God.
Yeah, 3 gods.
Yes, yes. Oh, my God, don't stop. Ah, yeah. Stop it. It's starting to hurt.
That's an orgasm.
Well,
All right.
Wouldn't you say if a girl had an orgasm, wouldn't it depend on what's happening?
Language here a little bit.
No, she's talking the truth. Why won't you let her speak?
Because it's getting a little nasty.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I appreciate your call. I'm going to move on here, though. 1-800-449-8686. Pottersville on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to ask this guy why he thinks he's an expert on women.
Because I've
like what he's saying, in my opinion, as a woman, is like bogus as anything. I don't know how he can justify.
Well, one of the
doing
things, I have a very large collection of adult films, and I also
20. You're dating girls and you bring them to the house and film them, and now you're selling them as your documentary.
No, I'm not selling them. I'm saying I've viewed them to view the different orgasms, what they've had. And from those orgasms,
some girls, that's better. Not all women. All women do not arch their back. All women don't go, God, God, God. And you know what? If I say stop it, it hurts. It hurts. That means stop it.
Stop, because it was really good.
No. It's like no means no, yes means yes. Stop it, it hurts mean, hey man, it hurts. You know?
But that's generally.
And you're going and you're telling these people that are listening, God, I hope to God they're not using you as a basis.
No, this is my
women.
life. This is my life. I study this day and night. That's why I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe in the examples that you have experienced with the women that you've experienced them with, but you cannot get on and generalize all the women as saying, this is how, hey guys, here's how you tell if a girl's having an orgasm.
Well, this
hey
is
guys,
what you're...
if she says, oh, stop it, it hurts, it doesn't really hurt.
Well, they don't always say that. A lot of times they'll say,
how about if you change the verbiage? How about, in my experience, this is what I have seemed to find in the women that I date. You don't get on there and say, this is how you tell if a woman is having an orgasm. And if she says, it hurts, stop it, it hurts, she really doesn't mean stop it, it hurts.
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I know she means it. Yeah, of course she means it. But that's right after she's had ecstasy.
And that's like
that's
so
right
ridiculous.
after she's had
I
ecstasy.
have never said that in my life.
You've never said stop it, it hurts? Then you probably have not had the right kind of...
Not if I was enjoying myself.
Then you probably have not had the right kind of ecstasy.
Oh, and I guess you're probably the only person. You're probably an expert on that too. You're the only one that could provide that. That is so bogus. That's so wrong.
No, I didn't.
And who are you to? No, that is not true at all.
Well,
the reason if I have said stop it, it hurts. It means I'm like, man, get away from me. You're hurting me.
Yeah, of course. But that's after
what that means.
That's after. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it don't mean that, but I'm saying that's after you've had full ecstasy. Okay, what?
This is like,
Let me. Okay. All right, ma'am.
Excuse me?
I wanted to ask Jeff. This is based on your experience
with over 20 women.
How old are you, Jeff?
28.
Excuse me?
28.
48?
28.
28. Okay.
Right. I'm in the top 10 of men that can provide the best ecstasy. I don't know why you're laughing at me.
Because it's like, I just don't know where you come up with this. It's funny. I'm sorry.
Lady, I'm telling you.
Actually, I'm not. I'm laughing at you because it's like you're so arrogant. It's unreal.
I hope
that the time of day that this is airing, that people are not listening and judging.
How do you have this? Where do you have this confidence?
Because women have told me that I'm the best that there ever was.
What, the 20 women that you slept with? I see more than 20 women at McDonald's when I go out to lunch. Come on.
Oh, you've slept with more women?
I haven't. That's not the point. I'm the reason I'm calling you is because I don't agree with one thing you said. You're representing women in a negative manner, and you're arrogant.
What? I'm saying that women go, oh, God, God, yes, yes. How's that representing them in a negative way?
I'm saying men get a pop belly and they're bald by the time they're 40, and they get sick of mowing the yard and they don't pick their socks up. That's more true than what you're saying. Maybe the 20 girls that you're saying, but don't be telling people, here's how you tell if a girl's having an orgasm, because
she arches her back.
Yes.
She arches her back and goes, yes, yes,
That's
yes.
so ridiculous. I do not arch my back. Thank you.
Well, maybe you
know,
haven't
I
had
mean,
the right
maybe
kind of ecstasy.
Maybe you should say, oh.
That's all I'm saying.
All right,
Well-
look. All right, thank you, ma'am, for your call.
Yeah,
there's a lot of different, as the woman is saying, there's all kinds of different people, okay?
By teaching men to recognize the ecstasy, I'm helping women by teaching men. That's what I'm saying.
So they'll have better ecstasy.
That's right.
Wichita on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you the gentleman that's on the radio talking about sex and all these orgasms?
Am I him? No.
Can I talk to the gentleman?
Yes, go ahead. And what is your question?
Hello. Yeah, I'd like to know if you have a 28 around the waist besides 28 age-wise. Because then you're doing real good. The bonier, the better.
Oh, you know what? This is a transvestite from, Wichita. Nice going, Mike. Jesus. Nice going, man. God. As soon as I heard that faggot on the phone, I knew. Just kidding, of course. 1-800-449, a transvestite from Wichita got by the old shave tonight. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. Phil Hendrie Show here, 1-800-449-8686. And we have Chris Norton with us. And Chris, you're a writer now, huh?
I guess in a lot of ways, I'm doing some writing now, yeah.
But you were a telemarketer? You were selling pharmaceuticals over the phone?
I did telemarketing for a major pharmaceutical firm in Manhattan Beach, California. But now I really feel like I've hit my stride with this, because I feel that if women are going to fake an orgasm, then men should know whether they're faking it or not. And if a woman doesn't arch her back, if she doesn't do the things, then you know she's faking it. That's all I'm saying. And I'm lucky enough that I'm good looking, so women don't fake with me. That's all I've been trying to say, and everybody's trying to come down on me about it.
I guess we're just sort of amazed at your confidence, okay?
Well, I am confident. I've got a lot of self-confidence about it.
All right, here is Santa Barbara on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
I have a question for you. Do these women know they're being taped when you're having sex with them?
I don't have to let them know that.
But do they know?
Not necessarily, no.
Because most women will want to look good for the camera, so they're most likely faking it. Well,
that kind of blows your theory.
In most porno films,
that sort of blows your theory because they don't know they're being taped.
Okay, well, on porno films also, they are faking it on most of the porno films.
How do you know?
And I also...
How do you know?
How do I know?
Yeah.
Well, I've been in a couple.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah,
okay.
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt that you've been in any porno movies.
Okay. Well,
what's your name?
You can ask my husband.
What's your name?
I'd rather not say what my name is.
Well, I'm not talking about home movies that you and your old man make. I'm talking about professional porno.
Listen to me.
Porno.
Okay, listen. I started.
How come you got to fake it?
I started having sex when I was 13. Right?
How come you have to
till I was about 20.
How come you have to fake it?
I had to fake it till I was about 20 because I didn't know what an orgasm was. That's the God honest truth. But once I hit about 20 and I got with the right guy, I mastered the art of having an orgasm. It's not always arching your back, and I want to tell you that if a girl is telling you it hurts, you're probably doing something wrong.
No.
Yes. And you know what? I feel sorry for you. I'm picturing you right now. You have a mullet, and there's a Camaro parked out in your...
449-8686. We are into part 2 of our weekly feature, Guns and the Home. And you know there have been safety checks, safety devices that have put on the Smith & Wesson guns, or at least been promised by the company since settlement of a lawsuit. We'll talk about them in just a minute. I just wanted to look through Entertainment Weekly to see what grades they're giving the films this week. For some reason, I have a very twisted and sick affinity for all the Fs. There's not an F score here. This is not this week's. This was February 4th. I guess it doesn't matter. They gave a B to Any Given Sunday. Boy, did that thing go. It just came and went. Any Given Sunday. Liked it. Didn't love it. They gave a A-. The Girl Interrupted. My wife was dry heaving out of that thing. She read the book and couldn't stand it. But then that's the same wife that didn't like Message in a Bottle. Real weird woman. Hurricane, B+. Magnolia, B+. My Dog, Skip, B-. Next Friday, C+. Play It to the Bone, C+. Stuart Little, a B. You liked that movie, didn't you, Mike? Talented Mr. Ripley, A-. Titus, C+. Oh, that's the Anthony Hopkins, like a Roman thing, set in the modern day. Topsy-Turvy, an A. Toy Story 2, and A. So they don't really get into, there's no real serious maligning this week, which is fine with me. But when you get back to sometimes they just have some very cool F grades that they give certain movies. I remember they ripped, I don't know which one, but they just ripped a couple of movies that I actually wanted to go see. One of them was Drop Dead Gorgeous, which looked kind of funny. I forget who was in it, but it looked like it was going to be kind of funny. It's a beauty pageant in Minnesota. And they gave it to Kirstie Alley and wasn't Kristen Dunst in it or something, and Denise Richards. So I don't know. I thought it was going to be funny, and I look at Entertainment Weekly, F. Sucks. Like no value, no redeeming social value, no humor, no dramatic import, nothing. So we went and saw it anyway, and they were right. Okay, 1-800-449-8686, part 2 of Guns in the Home. Now, if you saw the newspaper today, you probably know that Smith & Wesson settled its lawsuit with Safety Changes. The nation's biggest maker of handguns, Smith & Wesson, agreed Friday to dozens of once unthinkable safety and marketing restrictions aimed at keeping firearms out of the hands of children. The settlement will involve trigger locks on handguns, grips too big and triggers too powerful for young kids to fire, a hidden second serial number to deter thefts, smart technology to allow only authorized users to fire a gun, safety warnings on packaging, no gun show sales without background checks on buyers. All right, so there it is, and we do open the phones up to your comments as we have for the last couple of days. What do you think about all of this? How will it affect you as a gun owner or a potential gun owner? All right, here is Alhambra on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes. How do you feel about this, sir?
Yes, I'm a gun owner. I own a Glock 357, and I also have a 45 caliber, the Glock 29 series. And I read in the paper today where Glock is considering these safety checks and these safety procedures.
Yeah, I saw that. That's the manufacturer's Glock?
Yes.
Now, they're not part of this lawsuit, are they?
No, sir. No, they are not. And I have been on, I've been a fairly loyal owner of Glock weapons for a few years. They have a light cast polymer, a double action, and they're very easy weapons to handle. But I think that these safety recommendations are really the wrong thing to do, because I think they're going to compromise the integrity of the weapon. And they don't keep in mind, Mr. Hendrie, that they do not take into consideration older people such as myself. I suffer from rheumatoid arthritis, and many of these safety features will impede my ability to use a weapon. And
how so, sir?
Because of the
larger grip and
also the difficulty in squeezing the trigger. And I ask myself, and I ask you, and I'm a United States Navy veteran, and I fought in the Korean War for this country, sir.
Yes, I'm right here.
Why do I get penalized because some idiot doesn't know how to take care of his weapon? If you make these guns idiot-proof, only idiots will own them. All right? You see?
If you make the guns idiot-proof, only idiots will own them. That sounds very good, but let me ask you something. How do you keep these weapons away from kids? How do you...
this is an area that I've been hearing this for a long time. I have a 5-year-old grandson, and I think there are a lot of gun owners who are going to tell you the same thing, that if you are smart with a weapon, if you have a child in the house, and I'm going to tell you something that maybe a lot of people won't admit. All right?
Yes, sir.
when a child is in the house and there is a loaded weapon somewhere in the home, there is a little bit of an adrenaline rush, and it keeps you on your toes. And it allows you to focus. And
all right, wait a second. Do you have a grandson?
I have a 5-year-old grandson.
And he comes over to visit?
He comes over to visit. And
when do you lock the weapons?
No, sir, I do not lock the weapons up. I have a loaded Glock 9mm that I keep in a holster under my desk. I have a loaded Glock 45 caliber that I keep loaded in one of the hall closets.
And you don't lock these weapons up or otherwise secure them when your 5-year-old grandson is there, but...
Hold on. I don't do it because there is an adrenaline factor.
What is the adrenaline factor?
Please let me finish.
Well, I want to know, you say there's an adrenaline rush knowing that there's a kid in the house and...
Please let me finish, sir.
Go ahead.
Any gun owner will tell you there's something about having a small child in the house and having a loaded weapon in the house that is a little bit of an adrenaline rush. And
you know where your gun is, though, right?
You do, but sometimes you don't. You might move it, sometimes I'll move it. And the reason why I do this is...
Yeah, tell me why it is that you have a loaded gun with your 5-year-old son in the house, and you're not sure where it is?
Sometimes you do. The adrenaline rush keeps you sharp, keeps your senses focused, and I have to tell you, you can get addicted to this. Now, there's a downside and an upside. And
are you addicted to the adrenaline rush that you get from...
You have to understand, are you a gun owner, Mr. Hendrie?
No, sir, I'm not.
All right, then you need to do a little less talking, a little more listening.
Yes, sir.
I feel that I can take better care of him because I'm on my toes. I don't know. Where's the gun? I don't know. I have a 5-year-old in the house. I have a loaded gun someplace. I can feel the adrenaline rushing through me, all right? And I'll tell you something right now. My grandson I love very, very dearly. And I would never want anything to happen.
Yes, sir, I understand that.
So
I'm not saying that you would.
So I'm telling you, for me, one of the few thrills that I have left in life is to have him come visit. And yes, a little bit of an adrenaline rush, have him in the home, and I know I have loaded guns. It's like one of those, if you've seen the new video games that the kids play.
But it sounds unsafe.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like a blast, a good, you feel good.
You feel good knowing that you have a loaded weapon somewhere in the house and a little boy is wandering through that house.
No, I don't feel, the boy is not going to get hurt. It's just a nice, juicy rush that cops get when they're on their way to rolling to a crime scene.
I've never had a gun.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't understand it.
Is that why so many loaded guns are kept around with kids around?
I don't know. I know I do it because it makes me focus. I can smell it. I can smell there's fear all over me because I don't want them to find the gun. And yet I do know where it is.
Well, if you know where it is, then why can't you just go into the closet and get it?
It's not just that. It's sometimes I'll take a trip to the store, and I'll leave him there.
You purposely leave the child in the house with a loaded gun?
Just,
to keep the senses focused?
Yes, sir. But that is something that only a gun owner would understand. My memory isn't the best anymore, and this helps it stay sharp. So I will think, where did I leave the loaded 45? Where? I said a prayer the other day. Dear God, help me remember where the 45 is. I know there's a 5-year-old child wandering through this house, and I will remember. And there's one other way that you could keep kids...
All right, hold on for a minute, okay?
I'm sorry?
Hold on for just a minute. I have to take a break. That guy's a Glock owner. This is part 2 of our Guns in the Home series. Our number is 1-800-449-8686. You own a gun, Craig? I don't have one. Now, this guy claims that it keeps his mind sharp and his adrenaline up if he leaves a loaded weapon somewhere in the house with his 5-year-old grandson walking through the house, because he says it's like a cop rolling to a crime scene. It keeps his juice going. I don't know anything about it. Our number is 1-800-449-8686. This is Guns in the Home Part 2. And then he leaves the house. 1-800-449-8686. Phil Hendrie Show. Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686. And your name is Lloyd, right, Lloyd?
Yes, sir. Lloyd Bonafide, Phil. I live in Alhambra, California, and I have a heating and plumbing business that I retired from. But I have one son and a grandson. And
well, when your son was growing up, is this how you basically treated the weapons in your house?
Well, you need to understand that as a gun owner and as a father, it is far better for me to keep. See, I'm a Navy veteran.
Yes, sir.
And so, as a veteran, I have a certain. I live my life as if something bad is always going to happen. Let me put it that way.
Boy, that sounds like It doesn't sound like a good way to live. It sounds like it's a tough, tense way to live.
It's the only way to live, my brother. It's the only way to live if you want to get out of this thing with half of your rear end intact. And that's the God's truth. And the only way to keep your adrenaline up is to do what I call adrenaline testing, or to do these little things. I have my 5-year-old grandson. I love him very much. Yes, I have a loaded Glock 45 somewhere in the house. I'm not sure.
And he's walking through that house.
Yes, he is. And it scares the living hell out of me, but it helps me keep shut.
Well, sir, you sound like you're crying.
Because I love my grandson.
Then why don't you look? All right, I don't...
You don't understand.
All right, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, okay? I'm just... Some of the things you're saying don't make sense. I'm going to check in with other parents, if you don't mind, okay?
Well, yes, sir. I'm a Navy veteran.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to check in with some other people. Oceanside, you're on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am. What is your name?
My name is Christina.
Christina, this is Lloyd.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Lloyd.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. I'm a 37-year-old mother of a 14-month-old little boy.
Yes, ma'am.
And I've never been compelled to call into a talk radio show in my life, but I feel so compassionate that what you're doing is completely wrong. That little boy gets a hold of that gun if you're there or if you're not there, and he blows. I don't even want to say it.
I mean,
he does something with it.
I'll say it for you, ma'am. Don't you understand, Mr. Bonafide, that if this child...
Ma'am, I would rather chew my own leg off than have anything happen to that child.
Lloyd,
I love that boy very much.
Lloyd, with all due respect, maybe you should chew your leg off for your adrenaline rush. Walk through the ghetto for your adrenaline rush. Do not put that boy's life on the line.
No, because I'm a 68-year-old Navy veteran of the Korean War. Veterans
I don't
live
care.
their life. Veterans live their life a certain way.
Find your kicks with another person with your own life.
Let me tell you, you're a young mother, right? You're a young mother?
Yes.
Let me tell you how you want to keep your children away from guns. And there's only one sure way of doing it. You get yourself a Glock 357. You take the magazine out of it. You make sure there is no cartridge or shell in the loading chamber. You put that barrel up to that child's head.
Oh, my God.
You listen to me. I'm a father and a grandfather. Now listen to me. You put the barrel of that unloaded gun to that child's head, and you pull the trigger so he hears the distinct clicking sound. And
so you're scaring the hell out of the kid.
You are making me sick.
You had better believe you're scared. And when you do that, that child will never. And he'll lose his water, and he'll soil himself.
Oh, you are psychologically screwing that kid up by doing that.
How do you know that? I'm a father and a grandfather.
I don't care. You're whacked, mister. You are.
Lady,
I'm sorry.
Lady,
have never...
How many children have you got?
I have one little boy
and
that I would never...
Expert. You're an expert, huh?
You're not putting a loaded gun to the kid's head.
No, sir. Let me tell you, my boy turned out fine.
You have a son, and this is your grandson.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'll have to take your word on your boy turning out fine.
Well, I'll tell you what. You put the barrel of a weapon to a child's head, and I took my grandson and I squeezed his head up against the barrel of my .357, and I said to him, "You listen to this sound." And he heard the distinct metallic click, and he knew that Grandpa wasn't screwing around. What do you think of them apples? What do you think of that?
What do I think of that?
Yeah.
Glad to hell that you're not my father. That's for damn sure.
And so you're going to go and soil yourself worrying about guns. Is that it?
No.
Well,
I'm going to do what I can to keep him away from my son. I'm not going to stick one up to his head.
And what are you going to do when he finds one at a neighbor's house or otherwise comes across a weapon that has not been secured by an adult? This is the last sound you hear before your head splats all over the pavement, is what I said to him. And then he heard the distinct metallic clang of the hammer. And that.
Jeez, you know something, pal? It sounds to me like you're really in love with guns.
I think guns. Well, guess what, Mr. Hendrie? We fought a world war with them, and we kept the Nazis from taking over the world. So you better start loving guns too.
I understand the necessity for guns in self-defense, but to leave one around the house loaded.
For a 5-year-old.
For a 5-year-old to.
I didn't say define, did I?
But you're getting some adrenaline kick, isn't that right? You're getting
I'm getting a nice juice. It keeps me on edge. I live my life as if all hell is going to break loose at any moment. That's
Go
the only
swim
way.
in a shark tank, Lloyd. Get your adrenaline rush another
lady,
way.
welcome to the world, lady.
Well,
it keeps you young.
I think we're in two different worlds, Lloyd.
All right, thanks for your call. Here is Albany on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hi, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to comment. Hello to both of you.
Yes, sir.
I'm a father of 3 kids, and I also have weapons in the house. And to me, what this gentleman is saying, I'm all for the right to keep and bear arms.
Amen.
But what this gentleman is saying, in my opinion, is exactly why people need gun locks on things.
You
this
put
is
a gun
crazy.
lock on something and you want to fumble around with that with some turkey coming through the window of your house? Not me,
But
not me.
I'd rather have that turkey blow me away than have my kid blow himself away. And
And would you rather have the turkey blow you away and then your kid away? Yeah, you don't have an answer for that one. A lot of these guys don't have an answer for that
I do,
one.
but I'm willing to roll the dice that bets on my dog and my alarm system and things to help me do that.
You sound like kind of a mild-mannered guy.
Do
you remember the movie Superman? What they said about Clark? What the hell was his name?
Hey, Lloyd.
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Hey, Lloyd, can I
Clark
just
Kent.
finish though? Can I just finish though?
You sound like the mild-mannered Clark Kent.
Okay, let me just.
All right,
finish,
he may be
though.
mild-mannered, but he's making a point about his home and his guns and everything.
I just want to finish.
All right,
Lloyd.
okay, we got to get going, sir. Thanks for your call. 1-800-449-8686, Los Angeles on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hi.
Los Angeles, yes.
Yes, my name is Letty Mancias from LA, and I was calling because.
Who's that? What is that?
I was calling because what I think.
Who's that?
This is one of our callers.
Yeah. Yeah, what I think that this man is doing is basically leaving that gun out for the child to get a hold of, and I think that's very wrong.
Okay, Letty, would you hold the line because we got to go to a commercial break, all right?
Yes.
And your name's Letty?
Yes.
And your name is what, Lloyd?
My name is Lloyd Bonafide, Mr. Hendrie.
All right, hold on, please, both of you. Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686. One 1-800-449-8686 is the Phil Hendrie Show. 1-800-449-8686. Part 2 of Guns at Home. A couple of callers on the phone. Lloyd is in Alhambra and Letty in Los Angeles. Go ahead, Letty.
Yes. I was saying that I'm fine. I have a single mother of 5 children. Okay.
Am I on the air too, Mr. Hendrie?
Okay. Can you hear what I have to say?
Yeah, I want the gentleman to be quiet. We can hear you, sir. Okay.
No, I just wanted to know if I was on the air too.
What you're doing is wrong
All right.
because you're making these children think that it's okay to use guns in the home. And really, this caller that was once on the phone before, this female caller,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
agree with her totally because it's really wrong. I mean,
Well,
I'm
let me
a single mother.
recap for you, for the listeners. Gentleman Lloyd, you keep a loaded gun in the house, even though you have your 5-year-old grandson around, because it keeps the adrenaline up.
It keeps me focused, and I'll give you an. Look, I went to the store and.
You said you leave the boy there with a loaded gun.
No, sir. I drive around the block as exercise. And I'll tell you something. I pray to Jesus that I don't get home and find a dead 5-year-old.
Well, you know what?
Then
Maybe
why
you should pray to Jesus that he can give you the faith that nothing will happen to you. You don't have to keep a loaded gun at home.
Well, ma'am, I don't have to keep a loaded gun. I live every day as if all hell is going to break loose.
Well, you know what? That's you and everybody else because I have a lot of tension and I have a lot of stress in my life, too, and I don't carry a loaded gun with me or leave it at home with any of my children.
How many
because
guys are you?
Either one of them can get a hold of it.
Well, you're a Latin, correct?
Excuse me?
Are you a Latina?
It doesn't matter what I am.
Well, the reason why I ask, ma'am, is I would imagine that you have many weapons.
No, I'm sorry, but I
Hold
don't.
on.
You know what
We're
my
not gonna
weapon
make-
is? My weapon is God.
We're not making that generalization, okay?
Oh, I get it. This is politically correct the talk television,
But
huh?
see, it doesn't matter what
We're
I
not
am.
on television.
We're not
We're
talking
on
about racism here or,
No,
or
ma'am.
anything
no,
like
ma'am.
that.
You're absolutely correct. But I'm
Okay.
simply saying that, you know something, the other day I went out and I couldn't find my house because I'm 68 and I do forget things. And I couldn't find my goddamn house.
And that's why you carry a loaded gun. It's wrong. It's wrong that you're teaching these children the same thing.
Are you all right, Lloyd?
You know?
I keep a loaded weapon in the closet hoping the child won't find it.
Hoping the child won't find it. Then why
And you
don't
couldn't
just
find
take
your
it
house
out?
with the child at home?
I was driving around. I knew there was a gun in the house, but I didn't know which one.
Which house?
Yes. That's part of the hell of being a Korean War veteran, and that's part of the hell of living every day as if hell, all hell, like, oh, man, Pork Chop Hill.
But you know what the thing is that, you know,
What's your name, dear?
My name is Letty.
You sound like a very nice lady.
Thank you very much, and I think that I am. Because,
I don't want anything to happen to my grandson.
Sir, nothing will happen to your grandson if you take the loaded gun out of the closet.
Exactly, because, you know...
So
everything-
now all of a sudden you want to laugh at me.
Sir.
You know what? Because it's the truth what he's saying. I agree
Yes,
with him totally.
exactly.
Because every day in the news we hear about kids getting a hold of the guns, and where is it they get them from? They get them from home.
I just don't
They get them
want...
from their parents. They get them from
I don't
where
want
they
the
think
son
they're
of a
gonna,
bitch who's operating the show to laugh at me.
Well, sir, I don't like being called a son of a bitch, if you don't mind, and I'm not laughing at you.
I distinctly heard it, sir.
You know what? Children are very smart. Sometimes they're even smarter than we are. Even though we think that they don't know things,
You
they
put
know
the barrel.
more.
You put the barrel of a Ruger up to a kid's head.
But see, why
and
would
a
you
lot
do a
of
thing
times
like
we'll
that?
clean the gun with a bullet in the chamber.
Why would
because,
you do a thing like that?
Because they tell you to clean a gun as if it's loaded. So I make sure it is loaded.
So you do that to the child?
No kid's smarter than me. No kid is smarter
Yes,
than me.
there's kids that are smarter than
Smarter
we are.
than
Nowadays,
me?
yes, there
You're
is.
telling me a 5-year-old smarter than me. Boy, if you weren't a woman.
No.
What I wouldn't give.
You know
Okay,
what?
look, I got to take a break. Thank you, ma'am, for your call.
You're welcome.
You know something? It sounds to me like you are wound a little tight.
Of course I'm wound tight. Look at the world today. A cesspool of crime and violence. I keep my gun... I tell you what, I keep my wife close, but I keep my gun closer. Hello?
Yes, I'm right here. Wes Covina on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Hey, this is Richard from West Covina.
Yes, Richard, how are you? Good evening. Welcome to our show.
Good. Listen,
yes.
I'm 69 years old.
How you doing, brother? I'm 68.
Why don't you shut up and listen, mister? I'm a
I beg
Korean.
your pardon?
I'm a Korean veteran, 16 years in the Marine Corps.
Sir, I spent...
Why
the
don't you just listen? I didn't
because
I didn't
you're
call,
a fellow
I just,
serviceman, I'll listen to you, but I don't like
Why
being
don't you
talked
just
to.
listen?
Just listen to the man,
Listen.
okay? This, I guess you wanted to say, Lloyd, you're a veteran too.
Yes, I am.
We know that.
Korean War.
Okay,
Listen.
we got it.
Why don't you listen? I'm a 16-year veteran of the Korean War and the Marine Corps. I have 2 Purple Hearts and a Silver Star.
The Korean War only lasted 3 years, my friend.
You didn't listen. I said a 16-year veteran of the Marine Corps.
You said of the Korean War.
He said the Marine Corps.
I don't know what this fellow's name is.
My name is Lloyd Bonafide.
Okay, then why don't you just listen, Lloyd?
I'm listening, but I use...
Quit interrupting.
Never mind. Just let the man
Quit
finish.
interrupting. Everything you says about the guns, I have guns. I'm an avid gun man. I'm a shooter. I have 3 grown children, 4 grandchildren.
What rank were you in the
What difference does it make? What difference does it make? A Marine is a Marine.
I was a chief petty officer.
I don't care if you were a chief swabby. Why don't you just listen?
The Corps, Mr. Hendrie, they got a hard-on for the Navy.
I understand all about it. Let the man talk. Just let the man.
This man needs. Why don't you go to the Veterans Hospital? You need help, pal.
Oh, I got to go to the Veterans
You need
Hospital
help.
because I believe in the Constitution of keeping a gun around.
Well, then why don't you believe,
Let this
why
man
don't you believe in a little courtesy and give me an opportunity to talk?
Very good point.
Okay? Why don't you extend a little courtesy?
I just feel I only have to listen if you outrank me.
Oh, come on, will you? Go ahead. I'm going to put him on hold. He's on hold. Go ahead, sir. He's on hold.
Everything this man has said,
Yeah.
up until the point of owning guns, which is nice. It's a constitutional right.
Mm-hmm.
We all have that right.
Of course.
We all went to war. We used weapons for war, for protection of our country, of
Yes,
other
we did.
people's country, of other people's rights.
Very true.
When we come home and I got out, I became a very good and strong owner of guns.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 children, grown, 4 grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of my children were taught how to handle
All right, now I want to jump in.
Wait, hold it. Wait a second, hold on.
I want to jump in and say something right now.
Wait a minute. I thought you were on hold.
I fought my way out of hold. See, that's the kind of soldier. I could fight my way off of a hold button.
Now you're a soldier. You went from a sailor to a soldier.
Let me tell you something. Right?
What do you mean you fought your way out of hold? I had you on hold.
And I fought my way out.
Well.
Hey, Mike, are you screwing around with me? Put the guy on hold, will you please?
Okay. Now,
Go ahead.
Let me continue.
I fought my way out of hold.
Let me continue, please.
Yes.
All of my children were taught gun safety. They were taught, and I have had and have loaded guns in my house. I know where everyone's at.
Right.
They are under my attention, my wife's attention, and my grown children's attention.
Right.
My grandchildren were taken out to the range.
I got out of hold again.
They were taught gun safety. They were taught intelligently. This man, when he says that he put a unloaded gun up to his child's head, 5 years old, and pulled the trigger, he lost me. The man is sick.
That's insanity, and that's the kind of...
exactly
You're calling me insane? I just fought my way out of the hold again.
Why don't he tell how he taught his child gun safety instead of gun fear?
Gun safety?
Yeah, gun safety, mister, is gun handling.
We clean the weapon with a bullet in the chamber.
Well,
you call that gun safety?
Mister,
because you're supposed to.
Number one, I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe you were in this. I don't believe you were in any military service.
How dare
I don't
you?
believe that you were in any military service. I don't believe that you were in Korea, and I don't believe that you are a sane.
I was honorably discharged at San Diego,
Need
California.
help.
I was
you
honorably
need
discharged.
Help.
I was honorably discharged at San Diego.
You need help. I don't
Seattle,
care
Washington.
if you got the Congressional Medal of Honor. You need help.
I think putting a loaded...
I don't put a loaded gun.
I'll tell you...
My daddy put a gun to my head. I did it to my son, and he does it to his.
Well, then your whole family is bonkers.
Is nuts, okay?
Yeah, you got that right.
And what do you think about me fighting my way out of the hold button?
Well, I don't think much of you fighting anything.
Okay. Thank you very much. You made a very good point, sir.
Yeah, I fought my way off.
I want to talk to the talk show.
Yeah, I'm right here, sir.
I
fought my way off the hold
the
button.
fact that you've taken my call.
I appreciate your comments.
And I guarantee you that all gun
Yes,
owners
sir.
in this country do not feel like this man does. All
Right.
gun owners in this country do not teach their children gun safety.
Put me
as
on
this
hold
man
one more
did.
time and see me
All
fight
people
my
in
way
this
out the
country
hold
don't
button.
put fear into their grandchildren.
I'm putting them on hold right now. Go ahead,
All gun owners in this country are sane people. They're people that get a hold of guns is because they have
I'm off a hold
accessibility to them, because of people like this guy.
You're absolutely right. I agree.
And I thank you for the
Thank you very much, sir, for your call. What is with this guy fighting his way off a hold?
There, I did it again.
Hang up on the guy then. Fighting his way off a hold. When you take an empty gun and you put it to a kid's head and you click the hammer to
Scare the crap out of him.
To scare the crap, not to to scare the crap out of him.
I'm getting faster fighting my way off a hold, aren't I?
To scare the crap out of him, you do need a doctor. That's one man's opinion. I'm Phil Hendrie, 1-800-449-8686. One 800-449-8686, the Phil Hendrie Show. So I was just telling my lads here about the short story Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, just to show you just how heady and heavy and heavyweight we can get. Not that we read it, but I heard about it. I heard about it from somebody. I don't know, it was a dirty story somebody told me in an alley somewhere over my first cigarette. And anyway, this guy wakes up one morning, and he's a bug. He's an insect. He's metamorphosized, hence the title of the story, into an insect. He's laying in his bed. He's got 16 legs. He's looking up. He can't roll over onto his stomach. He's a completely different physiologic form. And his mother comes to the door of his bedroom and says, "What the hell is keeping you?" She doesn't understand he's turned into a bug. She can't see it. He goes to work. He can't get the typewriter to work properly. He can't get on a streetcar. And only the only complaints that he hears from people are, "Well, you're not getting your work done. Come on, buddy, get onto the streetcar, or how come you haven't come downstairs for breakfast on time?" They notice that he's late, but they don't see that he's turned into a bug. And the whole point being, people are only involved in their own worlds, and they only notice you insofar as you impact that world. That's the truth. That's the existential reality that Franz freaking Kafka was trying to teach every last one of us. And what has this got to do with our show? Everything! Because if you're just joining the Phil Hendrie Show and you're wondering, what the hell did I just hear? That's what you're hearing. You're hearing people wrapped up in their own worlds, not seeing the big picture. Ain't that heavy? And it's even heavier that we even know what it is that we do here. You know, like I could put it into those terms. I'm very impressed with myself, but screw it. I mean, it's not gonna win me any Billboard Personality of the Year awards, which, by the way, how come we haven't won that one yet? You know, Billboard has that Radio Personality of the Year award. Do you have to have Boffo ratings? I don't think so. I see some guys pulling down that award every year, and they're not necessarily highly rated personalities. Well, maybe they are. Okay, I give up. I'll back off of that one. Well, I mean, we got good numbers, but I guess we haven't got the big double-digit shares yet. But then again, who does, huh? Especially in L.A. Especially in L.A. What passes for ratings monsters in this town, I think I ought to win the Billboard Multi-Personality of the Year award. How about that? A whole new award for me. They got the Personality of the Year award. I get the Billboard Multi-Personality of the Year award. How about the Sick Bastard Personality of the Year award? That one sounds good. So that's what we do here, and, you know, I hope you enjoy it. Now, moving on to some other items. I mentioned at the outset of yesterday's show, in fact, I've been talking about this for 3 solid weeks, ever since we moved into our new house, the ongoing problems with Sears, and I'm not mad anymore. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not going to rant and rave. It's fine. Everything's fine. Sears is a company that hates me. They hate my living, breathing, churning, red, pulsating, pink, throbbing guts. They hate me. They don't want me to be happy, and they don't want my product to work properly. Now, when I last left you, they had given me a new washer, and I was on my second dryer. The second dryer, it doesn't work. They promised me a new one on Sunday. It didn't come. I called up the repair line. I said, well, maybe you guys would like to come out and fix the dryer that I have. Now, you say, well, the one that didn't come on Sunday? Yeah, just trust me, it didn't come. Is there a reason for that, Phil? Well, they claim there was. It fell off the truck, so it was busted. Well, did they promise you a new one? Oh, yeah, they promised me a new one. They promised me a new one whenever they could get it to me, like Tuesday or something. And I said, well, that's not soon enough. I want it tomorrow. And they said, well, we'll fax the warehouse and see what we can do. And I said, screw you, I'm going to call Chicago. And I called Chicago, and I got action, by God. Guess when they said they're going to bring the machine out? Wednesday. So not only did I get action and feel real good about myself, it's a day late and $1 short. So while I'm waiting for my new machine, I thought I'd cover all my bases. I call up the Sears repair line and get the repair guy out there. Repair guy was supposed to be there this morning. He didn't show up. He wasn't there. I call him up. Hi.
Yes, sir. Sears repair line. Can I help you?
Hi. Phil Hendrie here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to be. I'm not even angry anymore. I'm just, you were supposed to be here and you weren't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know,
And anyway, make a long story short, she says, I'm going to walk this over, sir, and there'll be a repair guy there tomorrow. The beauty of this is that there's not only going to be a repair guy at my house tomorrow, but the new machine is supposed to arrive tomorrow. I can't wait for those two clowns to be looking at each other. And the guy's arriving with a new machine. What's the repair guy doing here? Just in case. So no sooner does he bring in a brand new machine, I got a guy fixing it. I got all my bases covered. Now, the new machine, a guy there to fix it, the guy there to install it, and me hovering over the whole thing. By the way, I'm taking my physical for my insurance policy tomorrow, right? We're getting, I think Maria wants me to take out another $158 billion on my life, just in case something happens to me, like maybe I blow a gasket over a stinking dryer. So I'm taking a physical at home. You know, they come around, these nurses, and they draw blood, and they take your blood pressure and everything else, which, by the way, I heard all that news about how guys are afraid to go to the doctor because they're afraid of what they're going to find. Do you go to the doctor, Craig? Well, you're a hypochondriac. You go every day, don't you? Something wrong with, you just before you pull the chain, you're looking down and they're going, I don't know, it's the wrong color. Hello, doctor? Anyway, she's coming over tomorrow, so she's going to draw blood, take my blood pressure, do I think it's the EKG. They lay you down and they attach electrodes to you, and then some other crap. And in the meantime, these guys are going to be bringing a dryer into the house. And, oh, yeah, guess what else is happening tomorrow morning? My pool table has arrived. Yeah, baby. The big 8.5-foot slate job with that beautiful camel hair color, the pool table, the dryer, the washer, the repairman, the woman, my blood pressure, my EKG. Somebody's going to die tomorrow. I hope it's not me, but someone. Could be the pool guy, the EKG guy, I don't know who. It's probably me. We're all converging at the same time tomorrow morning. Guys want to come over? It ought to be interesting. He's going to be sitting there taking my blood pressure tomorrow. What opportune timing. Anyway, that'll be that. And then I got some rat food. So the wife and kids are supposed to be back on Thursday. And I'm looking very much forward to that. I don't know that wait a second. The kids are going to be gone this weekend. Yeah, I am looking forward to it. It'll just be me and Maria. Okay, thank God. I was talking to her, though. They were on a Bahamian island today. This Disney cruise takes you over to the Bahamas. Then you have your own private island. And she called me from the I think it's the Atlantis Resort in Nassau. And she said, hi, honey. I said, how you doing, babe? This was before she went over to this Castaway Key. She said, well, I don't know. I'm over here, and I was walking through a lot of black people. I said, it's the Bahamas. I know. See, white folks, and you know this. You probably know it in your heart. White people are not comfortable unless they see other whites around. If you're too many black folks, they start getting nervous. And Maria was walking through a whole crowd of them in the Bahamas. I guess she didn't get it about the Bahamas. I think she thought there were a lot of people in grass skirts. Some guy sitting there, with puka shells around his neck, holding a corncob pipe. You want to get a blast, lady? They're black, honey!